The following podcast is scheduled for 5 segments with a 3-hour time limit. Approaching the ring, weighing in at 16 subscribers, it is the NWE Podcast. We don't always talk about wrestling, but when we do, we hate it.
I just hate the podcast.
5? You said 5?
I'm your main host, Bullen, accompanied by Goosh.
Please answer my question.
Answer the question.
And Snoop.
Nope. No.
And our special guest for tonight's episode is Beefy.
Please.
What up?
Oh, God, answer my
Yeah,
question.
there's our guy.
Live.
Answer my question, please. You said 5 segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna love every minute of it.
Hey, you were the guy that
Yeah,
wanted
five,
to look. We'll get right into it. I just want to let everyone listening right now to know that this pod, everything in the world has been trying to stop us. When I woke up this morning, my nose was stuffed all to hell. The day prior, fucking Beefy ended up having to do some shit, so we had to wait till today. A couple of days prior, my internet was going out for like 2 days straight, so I couldn't record. Someone's been trying to keep this pod from happening, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna fucking happen.
Deadlock's catching up with us.
We got real quick though. We got some updates. Number one, the GM mode is coming.
Oh yeah, the GM mode. I'm almost done editing it. It'll probably go up.
Oh.
The next episode will go up after this pod, like probably an hour or two after. But yeah, we're gonna probably record another episode. Do you guys want to do it tomorrow?
Oh Jesus. Yeah, sure.
We got Thursday night football. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, you're right. All right,
Oh,
let's
wait, yeah,
record.
never
Let's
mind.
record Friday
No.
then. We got this. Anyways, yeah, another
Friday,
GM episode.
when I work 11 to 8. Let's do that.
GM episode is coming out tomorrow or today, as this pod is going to go out tomorrow, so it'll be out the same day. Yeah, that's how GM mode's going. Let's get into our first segment. This is going to be the part where Snoop talks about an interesting match that happened last week's Dynamite.
So right now we would be doing this week in wrestling, but wrestling was a little bit
No,
Yeah,
it's not that. It's
I'm
just
glad-
that I don't want to fucking. that part
When
usually
you say
takes
this
20
week,
minutes.
you're talking like fucking 3 weeks that we're not like recording for.
Yeah, that's
So you
too.
better just give me like a fucking flash note or two, because I'm not doing this week and all of 3 weeks of wrestling.
you're
Exactly. So
But
get on
There's a
to
lot. There's a lot to cover.
get on to the
Come in,
Dynamite,
get-
Snoop. Talk about
Yeah,
what happened.
Saturday night Dynamite happened. We all hate Saturday night Dynamite. I hate it. We all hate it. But I certainly hated a match happened in the main event. It was at Malachi, Alistair, Tommy Black versus the man that shall not be named in this podcast. And let me tell you something. And let me put it out like this. It was a good match. It was a good match. It was a fine match. And you know what? I was kind of entertained. And then, stuff happened. Well, first, we were going to mention something about the moonsault that he did not sell. And we could just say that he did not sell, but I had to fact check it. No, he did turn it into a cutter. So that's why there's those. But he kind of sold the Black Mass. And then I mean kind of as in he got up 12 seconds later after it, but that doesn't matter though. Let me tell you something about this finish. It doesn't protect Ben Malachi. Yeah, kind of. But he has 2 crossroads. Then first he has a Cody cutter,
Yes.
2 crossroads, and we thought he was going for the pedigree. Now, if he went for the pedigree, that would have been great. But no, he simply did a Tiger Driver 98. And it's Wednesday. All right, let me break it down to you. It is Wednesday night at 10. We just watched Dynamite, and we just saw a promo that Cody did. We're going to mention it next week, if there is a next week. But just know that he wanted to do the pedigree, but simply said, no, I love the fans. So that's it. I hate this motherfucker, man. I hate him.
Yeah, me too.
We
He
cannot
put on that
stand
mic.
this
He
man.
said, "I want to French kiss you all. Love you so much."
Yeah, that's basically what he said.
I can't stand this man at all.
So yeah, Cody Rhodes basically ruined Malachi Black's gimmick But Malachi kind of salvaged it on social media, thankfully.
He said it, I quote, "Hey, Cody, it wasn't about what it was about making people hate you." Well, I mean, Malachi, you're kind of too early. You're kind of too late because I've been hated Cody.
Yeah,
so
that's
kinda
for sure.
too late. So, kind of did your job right, I guess.
Hey, we did something right because about like a month ago, people would be pissing their fucking diapers when they found out we hated Cody Rhodes. But now the world is seeing our vision.
We've
Yeah,
been saying this. We've been saying this since May.
that is true.
Embrace the vision.
We've been saying this shit since like fucking April.
Yeah, I'll bow at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Cody being Cody. So let's get into our first actual real segment of the night. Halloween Havoc, NXT Halloween Havoc.
Talk about it.
So to preface this, we did not initially plan to review this, but things
No.
kept holding up the podcast up until yesterday, and well, technically today. So we ended up watching this because Jumbo, one of the people in the server, said, "Hey, look at Chucky," and the rest is
I like
history.
Chucky.
Yeah. And this is how we ended up going down this sewer.
I
Yeah,
wish we never won. I wish we can go back.
yeah, I hear you.
What the fuck is going on? No, like, dude, why did you do this first match? Fuck, I'm gonna spoiler alert. It was fucking the triple threat ladder match. Like, no one gave a shit about the stairway to hell. What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Stairway.
It
It's not
means
even
a ladder
it's
match.
not even
son.
stairway.
It's
Okay, to be fair, they did a great job
Stairway.
building up all three of these like teams. Anyone could have fucking taken the belt. There would have been no wrong answers. But why the fuck did you give these fucking teams a ladder match that probably could have been used for a fucking bigger match at a different like not even a pay-per-view, a fucking weekly show. Oh yeah,
They could
by
have
the
just-
way, Chucky played after it too, by the way, just so you didn't know, because USA needs those views somehow. What the fuck? Okay.
No,
Double cheeked
I was
up
like-
on a fucking Wednesday evening. Every freaking
hey, we'll get to that. So
no,
yeah,
let me break it- let me
so
break
they
down
start
what
off
this
the
match
they start
was.
off the show with this.
No. Let me break it down what this match was before you can break it down. If you like ass and you like making fun of matches, hey, this your match right here.
this match
Yo,
was
match.
ass.
All right, so starting off the match, we already kind of figured shit was fucked when two of the teams got jobber entrances. They literally opened the show up with two of the teams already in the fucking ring. That's how
Yeah.
little they cared about this.
For one to turn it off at that time.
Just to clarify for people at home, the teams that are involved here, in case people cared at all, champions Io Shirai and Zoe Stark defending against Indy Hartwell and a woman whose name neglects to
She
be
was the
remembered.
worst part of this match, and this match sucks. Just think about it.
And then against Toxic Attraction, which I think is JC Jane, I think her name is, and Gigi Dolan. Damn, I'm talking about water. formerly Priscilla Kelly.
I'm good.
Also, before we
Yeah.
get too deep into this match, I just want to mention that on commentary they said commercial-free Carnage, which we all thought meant the whole night, but it was just the first 30 minutes.
I wish it was the whole night.
Me too.
It was a scareway to hell ladder match. Not the.
There's no
Don't get it
act, but
confused.
This match is terrible.
Don't get it confused with the ECW gimmick that they did back in the day. The
Oh, we're
stairway
talking
to
about
hell.
ECW.
No, this is the scareway to hell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stairway to hell.
The
Fucking
stairway
forgive
to hell.
Me.
Yes,
please,
this is not
please
the
forgive
stairway.
Me.
I'll tell you what. This match was scary. It was. A little.
There was definitely some scary spots, that's for sure.
I wanted this match to be good, but I guess it was good in some way for this podcast because I was so happy it sucked. Man, it was great.
Oh yeah, it was
God,
great.
oh,
in
it was
some
Good
ways.
enough for this podcast.
If you
I'll tell
like
that.
staring at butt cheeks, this is probably the best match in history.
Oh yeah.
This match is full of ass. And I'm talking about the
Other
match
than-
itself and the people in the match. Full of ass.
Think about the most bricked up AEW match you've ever seen and multiply that by 5. That was this. So
I mean,
you go ahead.
There was a couple of good glimpses in this match. Io Shirai is MVP of this match for sure. Io carried 5 other people. I'm almost sure of it, including her own tag team partner.
We'll talk about her tag team partner. Yeah, we'll talk about tag team partner.
We'll talk about Zoe Stark in a second, but they try and start hot. They just start brawling all over the place, and they get the ladders involved. You can tell that this, again, name neglects to remember, but Indy Hartwell's partner, you can tell she is green as, like, she is as green as what came out of my nose this morning.
He also needs
that's a good way to explain it.
He needs to pull down her singlet, bro. Because when we were talking about Ashley, she was the main person. He needs to pull him down.
Oh yeah, she literally it turned into a wedgie like within the first 3 minutes of the match.
Think about the swimsuits that like women would wear in like the 1970s, and then kind of just boost that up a little more, and then you got your visual.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go back and watch this show. They did a Young Buck spot, a typical Young Buck spot, just without the flip, where Zoe Stark was on the ladder and she tried to come off the ropes and do a dive out to the floor. The dive, the people who tried to catch her didn't catch her.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about catching people later.
We'll talk about catching people later. But Zoe, it looked like she may have blown her knee out on the way down. I don't know.
Talk about blowing knees.
And we'll talk about, again, blowing knees out in a
Zoe
second.
Stark goes for a finish splash with Gigi Dolan on the ladder. Okay, nice spot, right? She tries to land on her feet and buckles her knee. It just fucks her shit.
Yeah, so...
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I tell you what, though, these women were very content with actually climbing the ladder and trying to win instead of setting up spots, which was nice. But
Io Shirai died.
Yeah, Io Shirai died at the end. But there was one point in the match where Zoe is on the top rope. There's a competitor on the ladder. They went as fast as they could. They went 100 miles an hour. So you lose track of people, but someone's laid out on a ladder. Zoe looks for a Phoenix Splash off the top onto the ladder, onto the person. She goes up, nails it. It nails the flip, not the landing.
I swear I just mentioned this.
Yeah. So as Snoop mentioned, Zoe landed almost flat on her feet and landed right on the knees of said competitor as well, and it just...
It looked terrible. It was fucking awful.
She tore an ACL. I just know it. I know she did.
It was certainly 30 minutes of carnage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 30 minutes of carnage for my eyes. Yeah, it was.
That's for sure.
I could have had. That was all I'm saying.
If you're a fan of ladder matches, don't go watch this.
Hey, this is a Stairway to Hell. This isn't a ladder match.
I'm sorry.
I think you should watch it so you can appreciate good ladder matches. I want you to watch it. Watch this match.
Yeah.
People will appreciate Shelton Benjamin a lot more after this match.
Nope. Yeah, exactly. Gotta watch this.
Yeah.
And the next match.
Hey.
Was,
Hey.
Hold on.
Am I forgetting something?
Yeah, straight up fucking death. That's what you forgot.
Yeah, the finish. So Io is on the ladder. She's about to grab the belts. She's about to win the match for her team and retain the belts. I think it was Gigi Dolan who may have pushed down the ladder. I'm not exactly sure.
Raquel Gonzalez.
It might have been Raquel Gonzalez for all I know.
It was Raquel Gonzalez, yes.
There you go. Done. She did double duty. She pushed Io off. Io, they do the ladder bridge that they always do in any modern ladder match over the last, 10 years? Right. At least 10 years, nearly 20, probably.
Yeah.
And Io, most of the time the ladder breaks. So Io comes down, and this ladder does not budge. When she lands, it's boom, on the ladder, down on the floor.
Now,
Gigi Dolan.
First glance, I'm thinking she landed top of the dome piece. She died.
Yeah.
Simply that did not happen. She landed on her arm, but just fell.
No, she landed on her back.
She landed on her back. Yeah,
arm back, armish, backish. Yeah, it was still bad.
She took that bump as safe as she could.
It still hurt like hell, I bet.
And it still didn't look real safe.
Yeah, it didn't even look propped up to be pushed. She was still like trying to get her footing.
She
still died.
That was the scary part. That she's still trying to get her footing as the thing's coming down. I'm just like, oh no.
So yeah, after that they put the ladder back up, and I believe it was Gigi Dolan who ascended. Yeah, and she brought down one title.
I've never heard Snoop pop so hard in my life.
Not her partner.
Baby.
Yeah, she's the sole champion.
Yeah, she took down one belt and they won.
Listen, the only reason why, well, there's two reasons. Because Gigi Dolan, number one. Number two, right, it could have been either Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. And Io Shirai just died, so it can't be them. And then Indy Hartwell and Braun Strowman. That's what I'm calling it. Braun Strowman. So,
talk about bronze later.
Yeah. So after this train wreck, we have two young affluent African Americans in a very nice sports car roll up to a scary little mansion. One of these men looks suspiciously like Tupac.
It was a short light man.
All I'm saying to all those people who think a Tupac's still alive, you might actually have a case with this. You might.
I wrote after that line. I wrote nah, and I think that was just because they said nah to each other. I can't remember.
I think it's because
what happened was he told him. He said, "Yo, let's go. Come on, during the passenger season." Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
But yeah, as Bullen alluded to, it was Carmelo Hayes, without even knowing it, because he didn't even have the belt. He's the North American champion, in case that was established. And Trick Williams, they had the belt stolen from them the week before by best friends Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis.
Wait. You tell me this was not crime time?
No.
Unfortunately not.
This
Unfortunately
is
not.
Crime Time 3.0.
And nor do I want to get into the reason why they are definitely not crime time.
They are quite literally Crime Time 3.0. Shit, 4.0 actually.
4.0 probably.
How they dressed. You would have thought this was crime.
I mean, they had the bulletproof vests on and whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
It was Brooklyn now being crime time.
They were ready to fight off everything that came their way.
Oh yeah. So
no, they weren't.
Everything.
So they get out of the car and they start walking up to the mansion. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to this part. It was kind of weird. But
It didn't even look like a mansion. It looked like a church.
Yeah, that's true. Some old dude tried to touch them. There's a zombie referee. I wrote Tupac attacks a dead child because there is like a little boy dressed up as like a zombie and he just like grabs him and doesn't he like pick him up and shake him?
Yeah, he picked him up and I think he asked the kid where was Gargano or Loomis or where's my belt or something scripted.
Yeah, and then I think the kid just
something that was on the piece of paper like an hour before they filmed it.
I don't know how, but Gage Goldberg took that spot great. I don't know how he died last week, but hey, shout out to Gage Goldberg.
Yeah, and then they say to be continued.
Oh,
what does that mean?
They broke this segment up.
This segment was broken up into multiple parts over the night.
Yeah, which that could have been left without.
So we get back to the arena, and you just hear a guy say Halloween, and then silence for like 6 seconds. Halloween.
That's when you know someone's jumped their queue.
Yeah. So this was this guy also Australian? I can't remember who it was.
Aussie.
Yes, this guy is Australian. Grayson Waller, who was when he came in, they named him Asher Hale, or at least I think that was his name when he came in. Then they changed it to Grayson Waller, who is your host for the festivities.
Shout out to
dressed
BB's
up
guy,
as
man.
Dracula.
your guy.
Because LA Knight, I was about to call him Eli Drake. LA Knight was not, I think, of better times. LA Knight hadn't shown up yet, so Grayson Waller
ain't this your
decided he
guy?
would take over the festivities. Look. Okay. I get the geese flock together, but I mean that doesn't mean that Australians flock together. This guy,
No,
he's
y'all
good
not
in
the same
ring.
people.
No, not identically, no, not physically either. Probably not. Actually, we probably are the same height. I don't know.
Yeah, the same people. All right.
This is terrible.
This is awful. Steve, stop instigating. We got a fucking pod to finish.
I'm not doing that. Listen, bro. Get with the gimmick. What's the next match again?
Okay, so
Yeah.
this vamp dude is talking shit, and then some guy named Joe Gacy walks out and starts talking about the liberals and the sexual shit. I don't
Fox
know.
News, this guy apparently. Apparently, Fox News love this guy.
Yeah,
He's the woke king.
I don't get the gimmick, but I mean, I get the gimmick, but
We get the gimmick, but at the same time, it's one of those where it's like, yeah, this is a Vince gimmick.
Yeah, and then there's just a black guy ready to fight him in the ring. I literally wrote skinny black man versus racist Joe Gacy.
So Joe Gacy's on the microphone.
Yeah.
And I think he said something like, violence doesn't always solve problems. And then as soon as he says that, right on the moment's notice, I think his name was Malik Blade or whatever. I don't know.
Something.
Generic wrestler
Black
number 4.
man.
Yes.
I can't say
It was Blade something, yeah.
Malik Blade, I think it was. But as soon as Gacy says violence doesn't solve the problems, immediately gets hit with a drop kick square in the fucking face after he says it, which I thought was a nice touch.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So that basically starts the matchup. And 30 to 60 seconds in, they do a picture-in-picture where they are showing security cams. And a man in a blue boiler suit, a white man in a blue boiler suit, walks into a doorway and walks to the arena.
I wrote in my notes, I didn't know Nails had a son. That's what I wrote.
I just thought this was Michael Myers without his mask on.
This is not Michael Myers, dude. Why would you think that?
So, I guess for clarification's sake, I don't know what this guy's new name is now, nor do I really care. But this is Parker Bordeaux, who people have pretty much touted over the last year or so as he's the next Brock Lesnar, quote unquote.
Big thing.
Yeah, next big thing. Yes. And so he comes out. I mean, they did 2 security camera gimmicks in a row because the Gargano and Loomis crap had a whole ton of security camera shit as well. They just did 2 security camera segs after each other.
So, a couple minutes, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes into the match, the black guy gets thrown out to the outside. Malachi, Blade, Black Man, whatever. So he's on the ground and the cameraman zoomed in on him. And then you see the boot of the white man in a blue boiler suit standing over him. And I can't remember if he actually attacks him or if he just stares him down.
So he grabs him by the jaw, by his jawline, because he's got no hair on his head, so next best place.
Yeah.
And then they kind of rehash a gimmick they did the week before, or 2 weeks prior, where the same guy comes out and attacks Tommaso Ciampa, who we'll get to later. And then Gacy was able to stop him and stop everything he was doing. So Gacy, again, stops him, and so he lets go of Malik, he gets back in the ring. Gacy hits a back handspring into a clothesline, that's it. Ring the bell, go home, thank God. But then Joe Gacy goes out on the floor, talks to Parker, or whatever his name is now. And
Harland.
Harland. There you go. All of our folks in
Okay.
Yeah, Holland.
All right.
That's not the worst name I ever heard. But they walk out together, and apparently they're now
Best friends.
They're a team. They're best friend. I don't know what they are.
Hold on, y'all, because I just found out the rating for this show.
Oh boy.
Rating. This rating, they got 746,000. Okay. They did a 0.18 18 to 49 rating, of course.
Damn. Ain't nobody cared about this shit.
Ooh.
No, hold on. This has been their highest ratings for both the what the fuck they call it, the demo and the ratings in general. Yeah, the key demo and the ratings in general since week 2 of the 2.0 rebrand. So
tell me when NXT breaks a mill.
They won't. We will.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, I mean, shit.
That seems asking for Raw to be good.
Look, WWE stands were talking shit and saying, "Hey, coming when Dynamite breaks your mill." Boom.
Hold on.
NXT's turn.
It's been NXT's turn for the past fucking 2 years against Dynamite, but what the fuck is their
They're not gonna do it doing shit like this.
Yeah, hold on, y'all, because I also got this, because the whole gimmick's around Chucky. Chucky did a 0.28 demo rating, so that's about 360,000, and having 682,000 in general watching.
Oh, okay.
I guess NXT did their job. I don't know, man. Yeah, go on. There's Harlan. Yeah, Harlan.
So yeah. After this match, they just steal the. I want to say it was 2002, the Halloween party gimmick. I want to say that was the right year.
Yeah, 2002.
Thunder? Oh my
God. 2002.
19 years later.
Yeah, you saw that right. Breaking news, y'all. The fucking Lakers suck.
And of course, Westbrook got a triple-double. That's all this was. Oh my God.
Hey, this is a wrestling podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
But I hate these fuck-ass niggas, bruh. Hate these fuck-ass niggas. You leaving this in the video with no context, but you won't get this context for real. The Lakers just blew a 26-point lead to the worst team in the NBA. That's all I needed to say. I'm peacing out now. Y'all continue your day.
All right.
Thank you.
So yeah,
you better put some fucking emphasis on that.
So yeah, they steal the O2 Halloween party gimmick. People are dressed up in all sorts of kooky, wacky, kinky outfits in the back, but less kinky than before.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, they did.
But we'll get to kinky later on.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Was there anything of note to this? Because that was literally the only note I wrote for this time they showed the party.
So basically, there was an Ozzy in a fucking vamp suit, right?
Playboy Cardi fans.
Sure.
Instigating. And then what's it called? Elvis Presley gets fucking decked through a table against another Australian.
That happens later. What the fuck?
Okay.
That's at the same Halloween party.
That happens later in the show, though.
That happens later in the show.
Shit. This whole show is shit. You think anybody cares if we go in chronological order?
Yes.
It doesn't change the fact that the show is shit. The result's going to be the same. Spoiler alert. Fucking Elvis Presley's dead again.
By the way, Elvis Presley was played by Robin.
We got 2 other shows. We got a whole crown jewel to get
Well,
through.
it doesn't help when you break down when fucking an Aussie person shows up on the screen.
Doesn't matter, bro. Keep it rolling.
Anyways, Diamond Mine has an open invitation. I don't remember these people's names except for fucking Roderick Strong.
Buzz Cut Roddy, get it right.
Yeah, so you got Roderick Strong, the Creed brothers, and the chick's name who I forgot, unfortunately.
And then when they come back from commercial break, there is Odyssey Jones, who for some reason wants to take on the Cruiserweight champion.
Oh my God, who the hell cares? Move on.
So fucking it's Malcolm. What's his name? What's his last name? Malcolm.
Oh, Malcolm Bivens.
Who the hell cares? Move on.
So when Odyssey Jones comes out, he says, "Yo, big ass ain't 205 pounds."
Now, what I wanted them to do Now, what I wanted to do after he said that, I wish the referee came out to show a scale that had Odyssey Jones weighing at 205 pounds. I mean, he's a messed up
That
scale,
would've
of
been-
course.
They
but
legit.
still.
They should do They should do that. They should do like a modern version of like the Crash Holly thing where he was 400, but instead fucking Odyssey is 205.
Reverse.
Yeah, that'd be a good gimmick.
I think gimmick could probably get over. But yeah, as Bowen mentioned, we got Odyssey Jones and Roderick Strong because Roddy's a tough motherfucker.
Analyze this match.
Yeah, I mean we don't have to
We really don't
overanalyze
have to
it.
analyze this match beefy.
Have a match
Respectfully,
and
we just
Rodri
fucking
and-
move on.
And Roddy goes over in the end.
Yeah,
So,
do some fuck shit. So, anyways,
I
after
could take
that,
a nap right now and it would be a fucking crown jewel. I swear to God.
anyways, we have some dudes backstage talking Russian and Spanish. I don't know who these guys are, but it's whatever. But we get to the better part of the night where
No, please don't say this match. Please don't say this.
okay, so the very first thing I see is Mandy Rose's butt cheeks.
Oh no, it is this match. Oh Jesus.
yeah,
Oh Jesus.
keep going, Bowen.
Yeah, so yeah, she's dressed to impress to say the least.
Let me break it down. He looks like a slut. Let me tell you something, man. Listen. Now listen. I love women. I respect women. She didn't look like she was about to wrestle. She looked like she was about to go to the strip club or something. She just didn't look like she was about to wrestle.
Yeah, it has
Wow.
her juicity.
Raquel Gonzalez loves The Undertaker. Big biker taker fan.
So yes, Raquel Gonzalez, she steals one of Cena's Mania entrances and combines it with The Undertaker. So she rides this fucking motorcycle all the way to the arena and comes in through the crowd on this bike and rides it up the ramp.
A bum ass green suit on. Man,
Tell you what
it-
though, what I did remember though is that we talk about the bike coming into the arena through the street. Ember Moon literally did this gimmick when she came back to NXT last year. This almost
Yeah.
exact gimmick.
Now hold on.
Yeah, it is
You
NXT
gotta fit the
2.0.
bill to make the deal.
Oh yeah.
And it was Chucky's place. Now Chucky could have chose a murder match. Staying alive.
Ducky could chose anything.
This piece of trash said trick or treat street fight.
No, that is not what he
No,
said.
he said trick or street fight.
Okay,
Trick or street fight.
since you want to fucking analyze everything about this shitty show,
Chucky came back 20 plus years later and said, I want to see a trick or street fight.
I've never.
God,
I'm gonna say this. I've never felt so disappointed in my life. I hated it. It can go to hell.
thanks NXT. I hate it.
Chucky, you could have chose somebody. You could have said, "Hey, whoever dies, they lose. They have to kill somebody." That would have been great. But no, I had to watch Mandy Rose. I had to watch Mandy Rose carry a candlestick the wrong way the whole time. That pissed me off.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on
Pissed
that.
me off, man. All right,
That
Mandy,
is legit the
Listen.
only notable part of this match. Her holding
Mandy
the fucking.
Rose.
Mandy Rose can't hold a stick.
Mandy Rose. Have you ever watched a wrestling match in your entire life? I think you haven't.
Mandy
Because the
Rose
way
needs to
you
go
held that
back and watch some
candlestick
Sandman tapes.
Yeah,
was
that's
telling
pissing
you.
me off. No, look at Raquel.
Mm.
Just look at your opponent. Look how she's holding it. That's the right way. Why were you not holding it by the damn fucking? There's a whole there's something that you can hold on. There's a grip to it, bruh. There's a grip. And you hold on to the
Yeah,
grip.
talking about grip. Hey,
Why
we'll
you
get to
holding
that
it by the
later
other
for
part?
ECW.
All
Yep.
you need to know is this
Yep.
match sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, Mandy
Look-
Rose wins. She's the champion.
I don't give
Because
a
no,
shit.
Yeah,
you're forgetting something.
Yeah, but
Forget
Bowen,
something.
we're gonna talk about what
The
happened after.
surprise of Dakota Kai. Oh my God, it's Dakota Kai.
Oh yeah,
my God.
some person came up dressed as the fucking Grim Reaper from Grim Adventures, and then they took the damn hood
Yes.
off, and they were Dakota Kai.
Wait, hold on. We did forget something. We did forget a spot. We forgot to mention how Jason came It did a fire
No.
extinguisher.
Man.
Yeah, Raquel Gonzalez got thrown over the announce table.
I could have
and
lived
then-
my whole life without remembering this whole match, and here I am
Yeah.
on October 27th, 2021, on a Wednesday, Hump Day. By the way, y'all, shout out.
Hump
The Lakers
Day.
fucking lost to the
We'll
Oklahoma
talk
City
about Hump
Thunder.
Day in a minute.
So well, yeah, we'll
Shout
get to
out
that.
Lakers. Shout out to the Lakers sucking.
But
Hey, they need
No,
LeBron.
so,
That's
yeah.
all I gotta say.
yeah, it wasn't as botchy as the first match, but it had its moments where it's
Now,
like,
tell me why. Now, I want someone to explain this to me because I think maybe it was just me. But
Yeah.
if I was to put 2 chairs in the corner, I don't think that's
Right.
gonna hurt as much if as you think it would. I think it would hurt the exact same as 1 chair would. And yet Raquel thought it was a great idea to put 2 chairs in the corner. It is
she's just an architect.
she's Seth Rollins. I hate this match. I hate this show. God damn.
All I'm saying is that if you're going to be creative with chairs, I think the only person who can get away with that in the Fed is Kevin Owens, and that's it.
Yeah, so
Stop.
toss of attraction. They got all the belts. MSK versus Imperium next. First,
Hey, hold on.
I got some.
Don't
Nah,
jump too
nah.
far.
Hey,
I
you
got
always,
some heat.
Stu always jumps like 30 minutes ahead. I don't
No,
know what
bro.
this dude's on.
I got some heat. I got
He's
some
jumping
heat
30
with
minutes ahead of what felt
Nah,
like a 3-hour
I just need
show.
to
It's
put out
2
my
hours.
heat. So do your gimmick, and then when it comes time to it, I got some heat.
All right,
He
so we
was
get back to the hood
first-
rats running around the mansion. They're fucking. What?
Damn hoodlums.
So they,
Yeah.
they see
Yeah.
they see a painting of some white chicken. They're
This
like,
is
"Oh,
why we
she's
lost a
fine."
subscriber.
So they keep going around. Fucking, they get in a food fight with a pumpkin man and like some broad and all that shit.
Yeah.
I wrote down now they want to fight because I think this is the part where they actually started fighting people.
Yeah, they walked through the whole house, ended up outside, and they said, yeah, we got balls now.
Yeah, I looked away. They somehow got the title back from these 2 creepy little fucking perverts. They ran off, and then thankfully these people did not do the fucking Thriller. They all got together in the fucking backyard, and I legit thought they were about to do a Thriller segment, but thankfully they didn't.
They should have crashed this segment straight to the ground.
Yeah, I wrote down Solo Sikoa. I don't remember what that's about.
Solo
Oh.
Sikoa came in and debuted and quote unquote made an impact. By the way, former Arizona Wrestling Federation champion Solo Sikoa, aka Sephiroth 2.
Oh,
He
But
yeah.
his whole
fucking
gimmick
great.
was just squashing fucking. I do believe that it was literally just 2 vampires. If that.
Oh yeah, that was a
He
segment.
got his hands on the Australian vampire and not the American vampire.
So then Braun Baker is working out backstage, and he's, just lifting weights and shit. And then he just looks behind him, and Chucky's just sitting there on a fucking ledge for some reason. So yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty cool. And then up next
Nice
we
callback.
have, up next we have MSK Black and White versus Imperium, which
No, I need to get something off my chest.
Do it.
Real quick. So this
Uh-huh.
match was also spin the wheel, make a deal.
Yes.
They didn't get the wrestlers to do it. They got this nigga named Alex, NXT
Right.
World Super Fan of the Week.
no, not of the week. NXT 2.0 Fan of the Night, Alex.
Oh, just fan of the
Just
night.
fan of the
Okay,
night.
I think
It
it did
doesn't
say
matter
fan of
what
the
it's
week.
titled.
Some fucking
No,
fan
I'm
is
pretty
into
sure it
this
said
shit
Fan of
show.
the Night.
No, it doesn't matter what's title. His title's an asshole. That's what I tell
They
him.
got a 12-year-old
That was an
child to spin the
I
wheel.
don't
Right.
care how old he was. He's a piece of trash. Listen, so we got this wheel in here. Casket match.
Buried alive.
Street fight. Buried alive. This piece of trash little kid. How he gets bullied. He picked lumberjack.
No, it was not a
Yeah.
lumberjack match. It was a lumberjack o' lantern
fuck
match.
Literally Clearly, you know you don't want to see the show, and you knew you weren't going to get anything out of this. So here we go, at 3 hours on the show, having to talk about the shitty ass fuck. It wasn't even a pay per view. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for talking about logistics here, Mr. Bullen von Bayer. Okay, I don't understand why we even have to talk about this show. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Botchamania is going to have the whole show on standby, and the Fed won't even take it down. I swear to God, dude. Like, you need to talk about the logistics of this show. All right, legitimize these nuts. I'm tired of this show. Fuck the Fed, dude.
So there was a point that Goose brought up earlier.
There is no so. We can stop talking about it right now.
So it's a lumberjack lantern match.
Fuck you.
And
So yes, there was a point that Goose brought up earlier in the podcast about the ladder match that happened at the start of the show, and how the women probably shouldn't have been given that stipulation to work with.
Yeah, Alex,
This is the match where you could have had the ladder match, and it would have been fine.
I bet he's Gage Goldberg's best friend. Alex,
This ladder match, if this was a ladder match, this would have been fine. But we got the.
I hope he fails all his classes. I hope he fails.
Sweet.
I'll be fails out live for showing up to fucking NXT 2.0.
Hey,
No shit.
yeah, he's the super fan of the night.
So we have
-1 would whoop him.
it's a match. It exists. There are several parts where they're thrown outside of the ring and the lumberjacks just either stand there or get their ass beat.
Hey, yo, and also, shout out to Dash Carter. I hope your collarbone or your tailbone is not broken after not getting caught. Yo, shout out, you a real trooper.
Yeah, so there's
Real
a part
trooper.
where
Yeah.
they get on the turnbuckle, or they get on the fucking turnbuckle, and they jump into literally nobody. Not a single person catches them. There is a sea of like 10 people. Not a soul caught them. They just land straight on the fucking ground.
There's a reason why this is called the developmental show.
And then
It's
10
why.
seconds later, all the lumberjacks run away.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite
Yeah.
part. The lumberjacks pulled off a David Blaine
Yeah,
disappearing act.
Imperium is the new tag. You know what? I think I'm with Goose here. I think we should just get on with this show, man. I think we just gotta go.
All right, Imperium
Well,
wins the
stretch.
titles. Let me read the rest of my notes. Chucky says, "I hope being a loser doesn't run in the family." He's obviously referring to Braun Breaker's father, right?
Yes.
Yes, Rick
Referring to
Steiner,
Rick Steiner, yeah.
He says
who
Scott Steiner.
lost
I
a
swear to
match
God, I'll
20
delete this
plus
whole
years
server.
ago with Chucky in attendance. Kratos Ciampa is literally the very last note I wrote. He dresses Kratos,
and
if
that's
you
it.
couldn't
That's all
tell.
you need to know. All right, next
mean-
show. What's the next show?
I saw, yeah. All right.
Well, yeah, Ciampa retained.
Yeah, Ciampa unfortunately.
Okay,
retained.
match.
What's the next show?
So, before we get on to the next segment, I would like to introduce we would like to introduce our host that will be replacing us for this segment. There is Nuleb, we have Poons, we have Usug, and we have Yefib.
I hate this gimmick. This gimmick.
I would just like to say that anything they want to say about the following show, that is their opinions and not ours.
Oh, that is true. You know what? Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to Poops.
Yeah.
Hey,
So, in
You might be
case
great.
Alright, it
case
is
you
me,
haven't gotten
Nuleb.
the hint,
It's just Snoop.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lil Broomstick here to talk about wrestling.
yeah. So, in case you haven't gotten the gag here,
Hey, there's no gag. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Yefib?
What the? Fucking goddamn.
We are here to
Right.
talk about the Saudi show. What do they call it? What do they call it this time?
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel.
Now
Crown
listen.
Jewel.
Now listen. I know y'all listening to this thinking, why did y'all do this last week?
Look.
We simply couldn't.
We couldn't.
Yeah, some fuck shit
God
happened.
was stopping us.
The wrestling gods would have been less
Yeah,
than
the
pleased
wrestling
for us to
gods
talk
was-
about it directly. So
You know,
we
I
were
think-
able to
I think
evade
Saudi
them, or else
Arabia-
it would have been imminent.
You know, I think Saudi Arabia heard that we're gonna joke around with this show,
Yeah.
and they said no, you cannot record.
But easily though, this was the best Saudi show.
Oh, by far.
By
by
a fucking
far,
mile
the
and a
best.
half.
Oh
with
yeah,
no
Omos
gas.
carried the hell out of this show.
Oh, he did. Oh, here we go. Are we gonna talk about the pre-show match? Or?
I didn't see it.
I could go ahead and just for starters,
Yeah,
I was
go
the only one in
so
here
you're gonna analyze
at 8 in
this
the
show,
morning.
but you can't analyze NXT.
I was
Look, I hate you.
NXT for real.
I was trying to get in the
So-
call, but like I was lagging out so fucking much. I barely caught the
Oh,
first.
hold on. Let me put some context down. So
I was
this is
asleep.
at 12:01. I'm in class, bruh. When this show's happening, I'm in class.
Yeah.
I'm in bed. I'm in bed when this is happening.
I gotta put up my VPN. I gotta watch the show in class.
Beefy was
So,
sure to
for more
say.
context,
And we're-
I was the only one here who was able to present the show. And since that is East Coast time, 1 p.m., I gotta wake my brown ass up at fucking the ass crack of dawn, take a shower, and watch the show.
yeah.
See, we had
And-
a terrible time watching this show. We had a terrible time.
Oh my
Terrible
god.
time
Where do I
watching
even
the show,
start?
but the show didn't end up bad.
Where do I even start?
I think
It
Start
picked up.
with Edge and Seth Rollins inside out as
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and say that the
Hang
Hurt
on, we
Business
got-
against. I'll just say that the Hurt
Yeah.
Business and the Usos was just a little. I know it looked like Shelton Benjamin got the air knocked out of him at one point, so they're like he was like barely even selling anything. So that's about it about that.
yeah. So we
Let's
start
talk
off the
about
show barely.
Hell to hell.
It takes forever to start the fucking show for some reason because they have to show the whole like now then forever and all that bullshit. And then they set off like a
Yeah.
million bajillion pyro. There is
Very
more
restful.
Their
pyro.
WrestleMania pyro compels nothing to this.
There is more pyro in these like in this 60 seconds than WWE has seen in the last decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they show the commentators and Pat McAfee. No, not Pat. Pat McAfee was off doing his own shit, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
No. We'll bring it up right now. So we're watching the show, and I get a notification because I'm subscribed. I get a notification. Pat McAfee's live. Now I'm thinking to myself, now how in the world is you live in Saudi Arabia? Yeah, no damn Saudi Arabia. He's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, how the hell are you in Indiana?
Yeah, while we're watching the first match, we have history pulled up in a separate tab, and this dude is just talking about football and shit.
Now,
Like,
how you in Indiana, but you're supposed to be in Saudi Arabia. Now, I guess the gimmick is he was not invited.
Yeah,
I think
Pat
Saudi
said on
Arabia,
his show, I was not
asshole.
invited.
Yeah.
but
So they
They
showed
left
the
us with
commentary
pirate
team
tactics.
of
I hate
Michael Cole and I don't know the other two. I forgot. I don't care about them.
Corey
Come on,
Graves
Corey
and Byron
Graves
Saxton,
and
the fucking
Byron?
2K18 to fucking 20 commentary team.
Yeah.
Wait a
And
minute.
they go give it off to the Arabic team. And this guy just screams shit at you for like the next 20 seconds.
I'm not going to say nothing that would incriminate me to the government over there. But I swear to God, I got scared that something was going to go down. I thought they were having a secret message. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, okay. I hear you.
I must say though,
Yeah.
big props to Peacock for not fucking up the audio again.
Yeah.
Big fucking props to that.
You know what? Actually, the Peacock, I'll give them this. It wasn't even a bad streaming. Like,
No.
they actually streamed pretty well. Like, it wasn't terrible.
It's probably the best
Um,
WWE show they've streamed.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's because of reason. Because if they did it wrongly and poorly, somebody would have died. But, that's just neither here or there, of course.
So we
But,
start off with a 3-minute package. Literally, I can't remember if it was Goosh or Snoop who said, damn, this thing's taking like 3 minutes. I clocked it. It's 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It is 1 second short of being 3:16.
It was an Attitude Era
one
S
less
video
second.
package from what I saw.
Yeah.
Hey. You
Hey.
know?
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
Hey, yeah, you know. All right.
hey.
You already know.
So Seth comes out first, and this set the tone for the entire night. They
Seth Rollins is
show
an asshole.
a side shot of the stage, and there are dudes just standing there with camels.
Yeah.
And then
We'll
directly
get to the
after
cameras
that,
later.
they close in on Seth, And he is dressed as an African warlord.
Yeah, he
Nah,
is.
I don't think Seth Rollins knew where Saudi Arabia was, so I guess he thought it was in Africa. So he's an idiot.
I wrote in my
But,
notes, did he steal that suit from Apollo Crews?
My note
I think-
literally is just Seth is African.
Great African American athlete is.
And Edge was not the Brood again. I think Edge should have saved the Brood for this.
It was still a good
Edge had-
retire if he was shouting out the Washington football team.
I thought
yeah.
I was gonna go
Big
Hulk
comment.
Hogan, but yeah, okay.
Big McDonald's got Edge.
We're in Saudi. I thought it was shouting out Hulk Hogan, but yeah, no, yeah.
Seth got hella scared
There was no
by Edge's
Ribera
theme,
in
too.
fucking Saudi
That's
Arabia, so you had to settle for McDonald's.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So we might be joking around and shit, but this match was fucking awesome. This was
Oh
a
my
fucking awesome
god,
match.
this shit was
It
awesome.
ruled.
This is probably my match of the night. Probably.
Bro, the spot they did like
Ugh.
10 minutes in was Rollins going up to the top, and it was just simply getting pushed onto the cage until the table.
He Edge literally pushed Rollins off and did a bank shot with Rollins into the fucking table. You cannot make this shit up.
It
I
went
don't
fucking
think I've
crazy.
ever seen that in my life.
Hell in a Cell has been around for like 20 plus years. I do not remember ever seeing a spot like that done before.
And you know what? Goosh? They broke the streak. It was not table, chair, candlestick. Instead,
Yeah.
no, they had a ladder.
And and the toolbox. They got the old Triple H
Yeah,
mid
tool.
2000s gimmick with the
They got
toolbox.
the tool on them for real.
They got that
used
tool
to-
on him.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this match.
Dude,
30
this
minutes
felt like-
with these
It
guys.
It was so crazy. Like, literally at the very beginning of the match, the crowd was. I wish the crowd had stayed this hot for the rest of it. But there's literally a "This is awesome" chant when Edge did a fucking punch in the corner. People were fucking going crazy for this.
Now, somebody in this call is gonna hate me for bringing this up, but it has to be said. As Edge is going for a spear, or I think it wasn't. I think it was just a move. Seth Rollins, it's,
Oh,
and I quote,
be careful.
the pedigree.
Yeah, so Seth.
The pedigree. Yeah.
Very good
The
sell by Edge.
pedigree.
One of the best pedigrees I've seen in the business. All timer.
Now, I'm expecting someone to unmute and express their anger.
Yeah,
towards
no one's
Seth
gonna
Rollins' pedigree.
Express their anger towards nothing. This is a great pedigree.
Yeah. Also,
There's no reason to hate this
a
pedigree.
little bit before this, earlier, like, I don't know how much earlier, but there's a part where Edge tries to go for a kill switch, and then
No.
he gets reversed.
No.
And then when Rollins hits the kill switch, Michael Cole says he hits him with his own move.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This is one of those like petty WWE moments where it's like, oh, bet motherfucker you're gonna leave, huh? I
No.
bet.
Now, WWE, listen here. I
Okay,
want you to
listen.
listen real nice. Who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
I
that's
swear
classic Edge.
everybody fucking died when you said
I hate this company. I heard them say that. I wanted to leave so bad. I think I did leave.
You probably
I wasn't
did.
there for like half the match.
I wasn't there
These-
for it. Probably did.
And
You
then there's
sons of-
a part, yeah, where they do the sunset flip and they call it the sunset bomb.
No, I don't know if it was the Saudi Arabia Heat. They were talking some bullshit the whole damn show.
This is some dumb shit. His own move, they are prettier.
I hate this company. Now, did they say kill switch or did they say I'm pretty?
Actually, shit, I can't
Is that-
remember. I feel like they might have said
Now,
kill switch. I can't
if
remember.
they said kill switch, hey, you know what? That's Edge's move because Christian does the I'm prettier. But if they said I'm prettier, they could go to hell.
His own move. The fucking Kill switch. Yeah, so
He better have said kill switch.
man, this is unrelated, but like at some point, like halfway to the match, fucking Gooch let me know there was a crown jewel NFT, and like that really, like I don't know why, but that just really made me go like, man, fuck this shit. I hate it here.
They want your blood money now. They don't want that. They want yours.
They will take
Edge. First of all,
anybody.
I want to point this out. Severin's, like, later in the match, has killed Edge. They killed him.
Yeah.
And then Edge goes for a super kick. And then, one of the coolest things Severin has ever done, wraps a chain around his foot and super kicks him. I thought he was going to stomp him.
Oh, yeah,
I
that.
thought he should have done stomp. He didn't stomp. He simply wrapped it around his foot, does super kick. Edge is dead. Edge is dead here. Let's remember this. Edge is dead. Then Rollins goes for a damn stomp. Tell me how this motherfucking Edge reverses out of nowhere after being dead. I hate this dude.
Yeah, you think you know him, but you don't.
I don't. I wish I didn't know him. I wish I knew Christian more, but whatever. And Edge hit the spear. But before then, I think I skipped something. I wasn't here. I think they did a sunset flip powerbomb through a table or something off the ladder. Maybe.
Yeah,
I wasn't there. So
that was pretty crazy.
yeah. And then Edge wins. And
Yeah,
Severin's
Edge
crying.
did a.
No, Edge was crying for 5 minutes.
So
in the ring.
the way Edge wins the match, he hits Rollins with the stomp onto a chair, gets the win. Fucking yeah, you're right. He was fucking crying and whining and shit.
Now, is the next match the Raw Tag Team Title match? Because there's only one spot we need to talk about.
Yeah,
Well, there's two.
We'll get to that. But yeah,
I will say though, Edge, work on your curb stomp game, brother. Come on.
oh yeah, it did not look.
That. It didn't look good, and the camera
what's the
work
best
didn't do it any
Also-
benefits either.
They did this with
I don't
every
know.
fucking match. Well, most of the matches, but like the pyro he got, you would have thought it was the ending for fucking Mania. It was insane.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
they
Say he's
did this.
retiring
All
again.
To all you WWE guys who feel that just because it's PG, it restricts you from having a good cage match or cell match or whatever, watch this match.
Yeah.
Watch this one.
Now, what's the
'Cause
next match?
This is how you do it.
Now, if the next match is the match, then we got to talk about it.
The next match
Yeah.
is Mansoor versus
Oh.
Mustafa Ali.
This
They
is
were
probably
taking
number.
liberties. They were taking
This was
liberties
probably
on
number
match.
2 for me for match of the night. This was good.
It was really
was some-
fucking good. I didn't expect it to be this good,
Like-
honestly.
They were beating the fuck out of each other in the whole match.
It was
I think also too, what really helped was that it was the clear, like you have a clear baby face and a clear heel. So there's a
Well,
clear
there's
story.
a reason why. But there's a reason why that is, but you know.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. There's a reason.
Again, I ain't gonna
There's
say the reason
certainly a
why.
reason.
If you know, you know.
But yeah, as Snoop was saying, this is a pretty stiff match. It was mostly on Mansoor's part. He was legit just beating the shit out of Mustafa Ali. These were like shoot
He had to-
hits. He was not
He had to
working.
do it for his home country. His home country would have thought he was weak, so he had to pull it out.
Yeah, he
pull out
was,
I feel like there was a couple moments in that match where you could tell that Mustafa Ali's like trying to get him to settle down.
oh yeah, he Like-
Hey kid, lighten up. Like,
there was definitely
But
some parts
he-
where he gave him like receipts, honestly.
oh yeah,
Very
And
bad.
one part
he gave.
Mahalo came in the
He gave-
call. It said he put some mustard into that.
Oh yeah, little thing too. This is the first time, and WWE mentioned this in commentary as well, and I find this actually to be quite cool. First time in history that 2 Muslim wrestlers or superstars competed in a singles match on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that
No.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
cool, but I'm not going to say what I want to say, but I was going to say
Yeah,
something along the lines of we do not care, but I think we all
Hey yo.
care.
It's a big moment for them.
Yeah.
So.
It's cool.
And then, Mansoor, after shoot beating the shit out of Mustafa Ali, he wins. And then all of a sudden, some hip hop music comes on. And we're like,
it's a black terrorist.
It was
so so a black man dressed up in all white, you can barely see him. All you see is his eyes. He's coming down to the ring.
Yeah.
And fucking what did they say? Valhalla was trying to say it was some dude the whole time.
So I don't know his name, but he in the Olympics this year represented Saudi Arabia in karate and obtained a silver medal.
Yeah.
Not the gold medal,
player.
but second place.
Karate player.
Yeah, but he's a karate fighter who.
No, he's a player.
Michael
Cole.
Oh yeah,
player,
Michael Cole said karate player after that. Yeah.
Yes, karate player. Who got a silver medal in the Olympics this year. So
yeah, honestly,
it's cheap pop.
I'll get to that part in a second, but like, fucking Valhalla was just trying to say like this dude. He kept saying it was like not Shelton Benjamin, but he kept saying it was some other black wrestler the whole fucking time. I was like, you're gonna look real fucking stupid when he takes that fucking veil off and it's not him. And surprise, surprise, he takes it off. It's this karate quote unquote player, as Michael Cole says. And
now listen, brother. Boy, he was doing
at least the kick he threw looked good.
Down. For some reason, the camera looked like he was tall as hell. So I'm thinking this is Omos for some reason, or some other big black dude he got. Nah, it's some little ass nigga, man. Like he's about the same height as these guys.
So, yeah.
Did they give him the Andre cam?
I think. Maybe?
I don't think they did. I can't remember. I don't think.
I don't remember them giving the Andre shot, but at least the kick this guy threw looked good.
Yeah. He honestly, I learned his backstory from someone, and he's actually pretty fucking cool. The reason why he's a silver medalist and not gold is because he knocked out his opponent, and apparently you can't do that in the Olympics.
That's pretty illegal.
If you knock somebody out, you're better than the dude.
Exactly.
That's pretty. Yeah, but in the world of the Olympics, that's pretty illegal.
Yeah, lame as hell. But yeah, greatest karate player in the world comes out, helps Mansoor. And
he's not the greatest, he's second best, but
no, whatever.
He's the greatest that they could afford.
Yeah.
No, what's the next match? The
next match is
I hear
AJ and Omos versus RK Bro.
Now, great African American athlete.
I would love to just sit here and talk about the whole match. We got two spots to get to, so we break down number one. So Riddle comes out with the scooter. The radio does it. Now Riddle goes back. I'll pick it for myself. Hey, you about to bring out a scooter for Randy. You taking a minute. You taking a minute. This nigga Riddle is high as hell on a camel.
Michael Cole said on commentary, and I quote, "Riddle is riding high tonight."
Oh, he did say
I think they should have canceled the show right then and there.
I think Randy Orton should have gone on a camel.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to bring him a scooter, but I guess not. And then, during this match...
Yeah.
During this match, Randy's getting some heated on Omos. And
Omos
says,
decides...
Hit me, nigga!
They decide to turn up the mics at the perfect time because they turn him up and down during the whole show, but they boost up the mic when he starts shit talking Randy, and as soon as they boost the mic, the first thing Omos says is, "Come on, nigga."
Kevin Dunn would have died backstage laughing, of course.
Now listen, y'all.
He quoted Vince.
We had to. And I mean,
come on, nigga, you get hard in that.
We had to rewind it so we can hear it again to see if we actually heard what we heard.
We played it back 3 times.
Yep. He said nigga.
He said
That's my dog.
He did. He did. He done gone said it.
That's my dog right there. Oh yeah, RK Bro wins, but we just need to get that.
that was
out.
legit all that mattered about the match.
Yeah,
That
okay,
was all
bro,
that.
retained the tag titles and happy days and
That was all
almost
the
said
match.
the word.
Now this part is completely unrelated to the Saudi show, but as I put in my notes, there were big booty ads during the Saudi show.
Oh fuck!
Okay, so
I
for
heard
context,
about this
real
briefly.
quick. For context, what happened was we got a lot. There's a lot of people that get a lot of different ads when it comes to these things, and the ad that we got was to promote women's leggings, and it was just straight up booty cheeks in our face. Like it would what is there to assess? It just straight up big booty in my face, pink, black, fucking blue. It don't matter. It's all in my face.
It's like the Halloween Havoc
They
match.
were
we
just
watched.
twerking, man.
Women's tag match.
Shaking ass.
And we went in another Discord chat and asked around, and we were the only people that got that fucking ad too.
That was the most embarrassing part. You know how embarrassing it is when you gotta ask a brother, "Hey, didn't you see the big booty cheek ad?" They said, "What?"
Everybody in there was like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck? Let me get Peacock, bro. What's your Peacock, dude?"
Yo, I need to get Peacock now. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the
Leggings.
next match was the women's tournament match, the finales for the Queen's Crown.
Yeah, the finals of the Queen of the Ring. I will handle this because I called it.
Oh, before you
I
do
said
it, I just want to say that someone in the NL chat had said "Do Crew" before this shit, and that really got me angry.
Oh god. But no, we were in the VC once upon a time talking about SmackDown. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, during SmackDown. Before the first round match, was Zelina Vega and Toni Storm, and my friend Snoop over here. I brought up that I reckon Zelina Vega could win the tournament. Snoop decides that was not going to be the case. And so now here we are, Saudi Arabia, final of the Queen's Crown.
I think you meant to say dewdrop.
Dewdrop. No, I did not mean to say dewdrop. Oh no.
Dewdrop.
So
Because do crew all day.
so we're at the finals and both women come out. They work a match. I
Yeah,
think they didn't even get 3 minutes. I don't know how long they got, but all I know is that you could go back. You could watch the Edge Rollins Cell match, and that match won't be finished before the whole Queen's Crown tournament is finished.
if I remember correctly, someone stated that the
Someone
entire Queen's
kinda.
Crown tournament was less than 20 minutes.
And Edge and Rollins, I think, was
Which is
probably
a
20 or
problem
more.
because
Oh yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, problem. But no. So Zelina hits. Well, they hit a tornado DDT in the middle of the match. That's a false finish. And then Zelina hits a code red, and that's it.
Yeah,
Dewdrop gets jobbed out. Dewdrop does the job to the rightful Queen of the Ring, Zelina Vega.
I think Dewdrop should have won.
And now I get to have the moment of "I told you so." So yeah.
Well, guess what, dumb nigga? You gonna get that shit right back to you, nigga. I'm gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna be on your ass.
That's very true. Snoop does get one back on me later, which we'll talk about. Yeah. Then we go to the next match, which was
The next match, I believe this was Gorg versus Bobby Lashley.
Oh.
I believe that was the
I
next
think
match.
so.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
yeah.
is the Jordan Mays interruption. Hate to interrupt. Goose, what you sending me DMs for? Telling me I ain't shit. Did I miss my cue, fam?
What?
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
What the fuck are you talking about, bruh? You coming here rude as fuck.
Sending me DMs telling me I ain't shit. Nigga, you
I
ain't
ain't
shit.
DMing you, brother. Fuck. Get your ugly ass up on out of here. This is our
Man, continue
podcast.
your shit.
Hey, hang on, Jordan. Quick question.
What's up?
Scale of 1 to 5. How was Seth Rollins' pedigree?
Eh, that's a different video. I can do a 30-minute video and get uploaded to the channel on the Seth Rollins pedigree.
You
Tune
wanna
in.
do that for
Tune
Stu?
in.
We do
Tune
need
in.
some.
You
We
might
do
get
need
that
some
video.
Yeah, you gave me an
There's
idea.
gonna be
Hold
a new
on.
video. It's just gonna be Jordan Mays ranting about the Seth Rollins pedigree for 30 minutes.
Yeah, let's talk
You'll
about
send-
that
you'll
later.
send-
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
You'll
Yeah,
send the
some
video.
bullshit.
You'll send the video.
Write
to
that
Bullen,
shit down.
or what?
Yeah, write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Yeah,
Write that down.
as born.
Yeah.
I think you should write it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Look at the
Gorg and Bobby Lashley.
Gurg.
So for the people that don't know, Bobby Lashley beat the shit out of he made Gorge his son. He made him not tap.
Whoa. First of all, Bobby Lashley was attacked by a
Yes.
Gage Goldberg, and he simply didn't know, and then he hooked on it. Listen, fans are crazy. Fans are crazy.
That
now.
is true.
Bitches do be trifling.
They built him as the heel this entire time too. He is a legitimately a black man gets assaulted by a white child and defends himself, and the black man is supposed to be the heel in this situation.
And this
I think this is
even
just Vince
more-
expressing his personal views.
True.
It's even more crazy, and it's even more crazy. For when Goldberg says this, and I quote this from Goldberg himself: "Bobby Lashley, you're going to die. I'm going to kill you."
He shrewd just. I thought Snoop was joking about it, but they played a promo package
Oh no, yeah, he said
of
it.
Gorge, and he legit was just saying he's going to kill Lashley. He said he's going to die.
Yeah, so
Now,
like I was saying though before Goldberg cut my mic. When did this become false count anyway? 'Cause this is where I got lost when I watched
The morning
it.
of.
Morning of.
no, hold
That
on,
makes
wait
clear
a
sense.
minute. Wait a minute. We gotta go back all the way to the pre-show because I forgot to mention this.
Oh
So they announced that Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns is no DQ,
yeah.
and then a couple minutes later they say, "Hey, bro, they don't fuck with those circumstances, so it's not no DQ anymore."
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't fuck around with
And I
Don't say no holds barred over there. That's
I
good.
thought that was an all-timer. I just need to point that out because I forgot to. You can go on now. You can go on.
Yeah. So
Yes.
they start
Okay.
off.
Brother.
Goldberg's entrance is scuffed as hell. I'm just gonna say that.
So it's always been scuffed.
Goldberg's just scuffed in general.
That is true. But his pyro, literally, there was so much of it when he comes out on the stage. It is literally just a white screen. I thought they cut to the wrong camera or something, but like the screen is just blank white for 10 seconds and then it slowly fades away and you can see Gord coming through. It's Saudi's different. There's
Oh yeah.
I guess there's just no restriction on like the level of fireworks you can use over there, so WWE just goes
They
all
got
out.
money over there.
Yeah,
They got that money, bro. I'm not gonna tell you what type of money, but they got that money.
yeah, that's
they're
for true,
bricked
City.
up.
So I'm not even gonna
Um,
lie. I only took 2 notes on this match.
Go on.
I thought. So
Yeah, go on.
I didn't take none, but
I had
I
like
thought
a couple. Not much.
the match was good. Actually, I thought the match was actually all right.
It wasn't
Mhm.
bad.
How the hell has Lashley been the only guy in like nearly 30 years who can take Goldberg to a good like 7-8 minute match?
I was about to say because you're disrespecting Brock Lesnar.
Well, Brock only went for about 6, didn't it? At Mania 33.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say if you didn't bring up that 7-8 minute gimmick, I would be like, okay. Sure.
Yeah. But
My-
no,
my-
I thought the match was good. Did
Yeah.
what it needed to do.
The one note
Didn't
I
need to
wrote
do it.
down, you'll probably want to cover more of it, but the one note that I wrote down during the match is someone grabs a table. I believe it's Gorg, and Michael Cole says, "Here's the ladder."
Oh, yeah, Michael Cole has done this for like 10 years. Cole cannot tell the difference between nothing. I honestly think Michael Cole has stopped caring.
I think
I
so
mean,
too.
I don't blame him.
And yeah, nor do I blame him. But no, the match was good. They did a couple nice spots. Were they clean per se? No, but it's a Goldberg match. What do you expect? Nothing's necessary. It's not going to look the most crisp when it's a Goldberg match. But at least he didn't drop Lashley on the top of his head like he did on SummerSlam. Probably my favorite spot is the finish. Probably. I thought the finish was.
They're fighting up. They're fighting up to the fucking stage, and then Goldberg spears the hell out of Bobby Lashley off the damn gimmick through the tables. Goldberg wins by that. And you know what? I'm fine with that. It's whatever.
We should bring up, though, what happened before that, because then before that, though, Lashley's like crawling up the aisleway because he's scared of Goldberg. He's had enough. And then two jobbers came out with sticks and tried to attack Goldberg.
Listen, I would not let you disrespect two
that was the
black men
rest
like
of her
that.
business. Who Goldberg proper jobbed out. Cedric and Shelton both come out with kendo sticks, and Goldberg's like, nah, we ain't playing this game. We ain't doing this.
Yeah.
Ain't going down like that, dude.
Yeah, it ain't going down like that, brother. Yeah, Goldberg won. Happy days.
And
did you even say the finish when he fucking?
Yeah,
no, we said the finish.
He speared him.
Okay, I was making sure because Snoop was mumbling it, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Snoop said the finish.
And then Gorg ends it by saying, "Don't ever mess with my baby."
Yeah, don't mess with my kid.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Which means that Goldberg's gonna come back and somebody's gonna mess with his kid.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, the next 3 matches, I don't remember the exact order, so I'm gonna need one of you to remember it for me, please.
I could tell you.
Oh, so,
All right.
yeah,
It is Big D versus Big E, then the women's triple threat, which is a little controversial here for some reason,
I didn't
and
take
then
notes
the
on
main
this.
event,
No.
of course.
Okay.
Hey, wait, hold on. We're missing one.
Wasn't it King of the Ring before?
You said 3,
Yeah.
so I'm thinking last 3.
No, I was
I'm
thinking of the
thinking
3
last
before
4
the
then,
last
'cause there's
3,
King of the
there's-
Ring.
Yeah, there's King of the Ring.
King of the Ring, Biggie and Drew, and then the triple threat.
Yeah, those are the 3 I
And
was
the main-
thinking. I can't remember the order that they're in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take notes on
So-
2 of them.
I don't blame you.
I didn't
So,
take notes on the main
King of-
either.
King of the Ring finals, Xavier Woods and Finn Balor, and this is where I will let Snoop get his little comeback on me for Zelina Vega. Snoop,
tell
take it
y'all.
away.
Let me tell y'all something about this match, man. I was stressing. I was stressing
could
real
tell.
hard because I thought they were going to do something bad. I thought they were going to do something terrible. But no, they did what they had to do. The black man is the king of the ring.
You did.
I'll break it down. This match was good. This match was actually real
It
good.
was.
But that's not what really mattered to me. King Xavier Woods is, of course, king. And like Beefy said, he thought his dumb ass was going to get me, thinking I wasn't going to have shit on him. I said, I pinged this nigga and I said, and I quote, "Hey, you ain't shit. Shout out to my nigga Xavier Woods. You fucking dumb." And guess what, man? I never felt so happy in my life. That's my nigga, man.
Dude,
That's my nigga.
I remember I was out and about during this part, and like I look down at my phone and I see fucking Snoop going crazy, and I'm just like, yes. I
Yeah.
fucking do.
And in all honesty, like, I did predict that Finn Balor would come out on top here. But in all fairness, this was the right decision.
Absolutely.
To give Woods King of the Ring was the right decision. And Woods will run
That's
with
my
this.
nigga,
This
man.
will be...
That's my
This will
nigga.
be... Trust me, if you liked Booker T as King of the Ring, if you liked... well, yeah, actually, no, Booker's probably going to be the closest to one.
If you like any black man that was the king of the ring, please stand up right now.
Yeah, right.
But in all honesty, though, this will be a really good run with King of the Ring. If you didn't like Corbin last time, you'll like Xavier this time.
Xavier was going
No,
really
bro.
crazy leading into this shit too. Like he was still in the whole New
whatever.
Age Outlaws gimmick. Like he was doing the whole
He was.
shit talking to the camera on his way down to the ring. And fucking
I'm not gonna lie. I think this is probably maybe Xavier's best match in WWE as a single. This was because I can't think of any other singles matches he's had where he's really gotten a showcase like this.
yeah, that's true.
TNA.
But well, yeah, TNA.
Well, first of all, that
Set
was
in the Fed,
Consequences
come on.
Creed.
Exactly.
That was Consequences Creed. You're right.
Yes, Consequences Creed, but in the Fed, I don't think he's had a better match than this one. This was really good.
Man, I didn't even do
I
that.
liked when he was up on the fucking I like when he was up on the chair and the fucking fireworks are going off and he was like, "Look at the fireworks! Look at the fireworks!"
Everything kind of set in for him when
I
he
think
when he sat on that
somebody-
front too.
Yeah, he was trying to put on the
I
cape. He
think-
was like, "Let your boy get right."
Yeah,
I think Twitter pointed out. I think he said, "This is for you, Breeze. This is for you, Breeze." There's that.
yeah.
Hey, that's fair. Yeah.
That was really cool.
Are we gonna
Yeah,
talk
fuck
about the
you,
other
Breeze.
two
It's still
matches?
unreleased. It's still released.
Yes, all three matches, but now we've got WWE Championship. This was the match that I was terrified about. WWE Championship match: Big E versus Drew McIntyre.
No, Big E versus Big D.
Get it
I
right.
doubt his D is actually big. If somebody wants to fucking prove that, then fine. But
Hey, I'll prove
until
it.
then, I ain't fucking calling
I
it
got
nothing.
evidence. I got my stuff, man.
But you
I
got to
got
pick.
things. I got Leo Rush.
Hmm.
You got okay. But again, good match. But I don't know. For me, it kind of got to a point where the match was good, but I didn't care about it.
Hmm.
You and 1.5 million other people.
Yeah.
I think I might have skipped through this match, honestly. I skipped through part of this match.
Yeah, it's good to see Big E get a first major title defense on pay-per-view, but at the same time, did it need to be Drew? Probably not. But
I still don't know what I did wrong. Still don't know.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
But no, Big E, a nice spot towards the end. But I think Big E caught Drew, did he not? To hit him with the big end?
I did
The
not
big
watch
ending?
this match.
I think so.
I don't know what the
I
finish
think
was.
he caught him out the air or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but he did something. He hit him with the big ending. 1, 2, 3. Big E retains. Happy days.
Yeah.
Now here's the next match.
Then we go to maybe the most divisive match in this whole call.
I need some evidence or something, because one party says this match was trash. One party says
other
this
says
match was good. You know what? Hold on, Jordan. Jordan, I need you on mute real quick, because I
God
think you
damn
need
it.
to speak a piece. No. I think I need Jordan to unmute, because he needs to speak his piece.
But,
What else?
So they have their match, and
God damn.
so it's before you even
My opinion on
so
the
we
match
have-
is that it could have been better. I won't say it was
Thank
terrible,
you.
but
Thank you.
it absolutely could have been way better.
Thank you.
So it's pretty much it's a rematch of the 9/11 Super Show with Sasha Banks.
No.
Shut up, Capitol Hill, brother. This is gonna bring the boys back home.
No, please, no. Please,
We're
God,
gonna
no.
on 9/11, brother. We're gonna run it in Saudi, brother.
Oh no!
Come on, brother.
We're bringing 9/11 to Saudi, dude.
Come on, Jack. You gotta put this line, dude. Come on, Jack. Dude.
We played the away. We played the home game. Now we're gonna play the away game.
Now they're on their home turf, dude. You gotta get them down, dude.
Oh,
They already won up in the series, dude. We gotta get it back, brother.
Yo, win the away game. Let's see how you do at home.
oh, God. That'll be edited out.
We got your number, Saudi.
But
We know where you live,
My-
dude.
my opinion of the match is the same as Bullen's. With the workers involved, could have been better,
Brother.
but I think they did really. They did well with what they had, which wasn't much.
Brother Jack, dude.
Also, by the way, for anyone listening right now that doesn't know, all the women had to dress up in long sleeve, long leg clothing because of the situational laws over in the Middle East. And personally, for me, I won't say it took away from any of these matches, but it made things look very surreal. It just seemed like people wrestling in just casual street attire, and it was really jarring.
I gotta realize this. We watched SmackDown the next night, and boy, they were showing skin. They were showing hella skin.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think it's great to see that women get the chance to perform in places like Saudi, and I think a couple of years ago they really amped up. They did a match with, I think it was Sasha and Alexa in Abu Dhabi, I think, which they heavily promoted on their social media and things like that. So really, I mean, I'm just happy to see women performing on shows like this and not just having to get left out.
Hey, I'm happy to see women performing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now it is time.
Hey, we didn't even say who won. Damn, bro.
Oh yeah, so
Becky won. Roll up.
Becky wins via roll up. I think she pinned Sasha. I think she rolled up Sasha. I'm not sure. But Becky wins via roll up, and now
talk about the match while we're on.
Pull a tricky one on you, brother, just like it pulled on us.
Brother.
Come on, y'all.
There's some things you just cannot avoid. Then we have the main
in the morning. Caught you on the night, dude. Still my bread.
So then we have the main event.
While we're right here.
Yeah, we have the main event. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, defending the Universal.
No, hold on. Say his whole name.
What do you mean?
Say the
How long
say the whole
thing.
Say the whole thing.
Said it. Tribal Chief.
Nope. There's more.
Boogan and Balls, Tribal Chief.
Boogan Ham
Say the whole
Balls.
name. No, he didn't give it the introduction he needs. We got the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the motherfucking man, the main event, the greatest of all time, the best of the best. He created the island of relevancy, the reigning defending Universal Champion. Hey, you gotta put some respect on this man's name. You gotta know.
So yeah, Roman Reigns faced Brock Lesnar for the Universal title.
Name. Thursday.
And Brock Lesnar, I don't know, man. I'm happy to see this version of Brock Lesnar. I could watch this version of Brock Lesnar every week.
He makes my booty tickle, so you can take that wherever you want.
Yeah. So
this is your last pod, bro.
What, bro? I'm just running gimmicks, bro. Leave me alone.
This is your last pod, I promise.
Running hella gimmicks.
So Roman and Brock, they didn't go real long, but they went long enough to where they could establish what the story was and whatever else. So.
It was
They're
a
not
Brock
just telling
Lesnar
stories;
match.
they're changing lives.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and so the main crutch of the match is whose side is Paul Heyman on? Who is the mad genius? Paul Heyman with? Is he with the Tribal Chief? Is he with the guy who he had been managing for pretty much 20 years previous? So. The match is good before we get to the end. The end is what kind of makes the match a great match. It's like this. It's the scene. It's almost like the Cena Roman effect from SummerSlam earlier in the year, but different flavor involved.
This match is a Brock Lesnar match. It's big move.
Big move.
Not long enough to get really stuff going, but long enough for you to enjoy it. And an ending spot is real good. So it's
Yes,
probably that's
so-
their match.
Yeah, so both men are down. We have a double down. Then Paul Heyman is holding the Universal Championship in his hand, and he's torn. He is visibly torn. Doesn't know who to throw this belt to. Who should he be aligned with? So he ends up throwing the belt in between them. Both
He
Brock
did it
and
right
Roman.
between them. He did it right between
yeah.
them too, which is the most impressive thing. Not an inch. Not a single person had a fucking inch of fucking
Hey,
leverage
bruh.
when it came to that
He
belt.
didn't,
Put
he
Paul
didn't fuck up
Heyman-
his
hey,
pitch.
with the accuracy Paul Heyman got, put him on the field, bruh. People need some
Oh, yeah.
QBs, bruh. This man's a great QB right here.
We got a
Put him
wave
on.
fucking advantage, dude. All right,
Put him on the Washington football
No,
team. He'd
no,
do great.
no, no.
we got the away team. Paul Heyman.
Put him on the
Paul
Washington
Heyman is our
football team.
quarterback,
He'd
brother.
do great. No, so Paul throws it directly in between the two men. They both grab the belt. They both go for it, and then the Usos pop up out of nowhere as I think Brock ended up getting control of the belt first. And then the Usos came out, double super kick to Brock. Roman gains control of the belt, crowns Lesnar with the belt, and steals the victory from Brock Lesnar.
I don't know how he does it.
And proceeded to run out of Saudi Arabia
I don't know how they do it.
for his life, or at least until
But
SmackDown.
somehow, some way, the Usos just know when to come in. Like, it's crazy. Their timing is great. Their timing is phenomenal because they know exactly when to come in. It's crazy. Yeah. Shout out Roman Reigns had to tell me. You already know the gimmick, bruh. And then the next night on
easily.
fucking. and then the next night on SmackDown, Brock Lesnar kills everybody. So that was a great gimmick right there.
Straight up,
Lesnar
everybody
kills
died.
everybody and gets suspended probably until
Hey, yeah, so
until January. Probably.
yeah, fuck that nigga Adam Pierce.
People are
To this
speculating
day.
that maybe Brock's gonna win the Rumble and him and Roman main event Mania again.
Man, please don't give this man a fucking Rumble win. Please don't.
I mean, the last time he won it was 0-3.
Just give it to someone else, please.
It was
Yeah.
Cesaro.
You know,
But yeah, that was Saudi. That was the Saudi show. That was Crown Jewel.
It was Crown Jewel.
I really enjoyed the show.
I enjoyed it too.
It was actually good.
All
Best
right.
Saudi
Good
show
show,
they've
but
For the last segment,
Now
we will
it's
be
time
turning
for
it
the
back to the
third.
main host of this
It's
show.
final.
So, and let's invite those guys back in.
I watched the show, fuckhead.
All right. It is I, Bullen. I'm back. I'm here with Snoop, Goosh, and Beefy once again.
Hey,
Yeah, we're
you can
back.
count me out because I did not see this show.
Yeah, this is mostly gonna be
I didn't
me
see it
and
either, but I
Snoop.
might remember it.
So, yeah,
I'm gonna be instigating.
we're gonna
so I'm chilling here.
transcribe. We're gonna transcribe
This
one of
was-
the best ECW shows to you guys.
I'll help try
Bro,
and give a scope of the
what?
time a little bit.
Guys, fuck. This is not the best.
This is
No.
Alright.
okay.
What show is this
Man,
again?
you are asshole. This is the October 31st, 2006 episode of ECW.
Yes, WWECW.
To start off, I would like to acknowledge Taz and Joey Styles. Hey,
Great team.
they're pretty great. They're
Yeah,
pretty
they're
great.
good. They ain't pretty good.
Now, one thing I want to ask you guys. You said this is 2006,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the Bradley Center.
I guess
Yes,
so.
sir. Bradley Center.
Am I
Yep.
mistaken? Or was this only 3 matches?
That would be correct.
Granting the fact that it was 2000.
Yeah. It was 3 matches.
Yeah.
It was.
This
three
was a
matches.
Probably
1-hour
was, yeah.
show.
The show opens with a promo package with not Paul Heyman. Fucking the show opens with Raw Van Dam versus Big Show from I guess the last week of ECW.
Yep.
They had a ladder match because Raw Van Dam lost the belt to Big Show after Raw Van Dam got busted for smoking weed, and he had to lose the belt. And then Big Show has his run, and I've heard it before. I've listened to other podcasts that we will not mention on this podcast.
What other
But-
podcast? There ain't any.
I don't know. But they said, and I quote this, if this was not branded as ECW, this would be a great Big Show title run, and I don't blame them because this Big Show title run was actually real good. It was a real nice title run Big Show had, and yet he was ECW champion. That was the problem. If he was any other champion, this shit could have worked. But
Right.
yeah, Rob Van Dam wins the contract, and then the show truly kind of opens with Paul Heyman saying some of the biggest. This shit fucking sucked in hindsight. I hate this motherfucker for even announcing this shit.
Paul Heyman starts talking about ECW.com, and he says
Yep.
he starts talking about December to Dismember.
Fuck him.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Go to hell.
So he
Paul.
talks about, RVD, he's got the contract. But he says he's
He never said what type of match it is, because
Yes,
that's all.
he
me.
pulled a trick on RVD here. And he
did.
says that RVD and Big Show will be 2 of 6 men in the first Extreme Elimination Chamber match. Now take a guess how many Extreme Elimination Chamber matches there were.
I think it was like 5, right?
Nope,
Nah,
there's just the
you're
one.
There's a
Shit.
reason, because it fucking sucks.
Oh, it did.
There's
It was. It
And
was
you know
something
what?
else.
And you know what? To give them credit, it should have worked. It should have worked, because
Oh,
the
yeah.
thought process of bringing one weapon to a fucking elimination chamber match, hey, that should have worked.
Exactly.
It should have worked.
They didn't even get
But-
to bring their own weapon. The weapon was predetermined.
Well, I think didn't they choose the weapon they got? I thought they chose.
I don't think so, because. I mean, if they did, more power to them.
Look,
I
I
don't know
wasn't
why
even
any of
5
them would
at the
have chosen
time, I don't
crowbar,
know.
but okay.
But fucking God, this shit should have worked, but it didn't.
So yeah, after this,
If you never because I think they got it. If you never watched the Extreme Elimination Chamber, I advise
I'll watch
you
it.
either watch it for the knowing of how much it sucked, or don't watch it and save your
hey,
eyes.
y'all want to do that show in November?
I mean, we
What?
could.
No,
Hey, I like
no,
it.
no,
Actually,
Oh,
let's save it
that's
for
gonna be a
December.
great
December
idea.
to December.
no,
Yeah, December to
please.
December.
I don't want to remember.
We'll look at that, and then maybe the Christmas show from like 2012 or something.
God,
Hell yeah.
please don't. For the
So,
love of God, we don't review pay-per-views.
well, we do now. After this,
No.
after Paulie
No.
says all this, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies.
Go to Fiend.
Bodies.
This
Hey man, this fucking intro rules.
I forgot that ECW opened with this shit. This is probably the greatest opening to any fucking WWE show ever. It's fucking beautiful.
bro.
Well, I don't know if it beats
Let the
beautiful
bodies hit
people.
the floor.
I don't know if it beats beautiful people.
Ah,
The old
I say
the
it's
Nah,
up
06
there.
bro.
SmackDown.
When you hear that,
It's high up there though.
it's crazy as fuck.
So
Like
yeah,
beautiful people.
beautiful people goes crazy. I gotta admit that much.
What?
Oh yeah.
Bodies. Come on now.
So the first graphic they show is RVD and Hardcore Holly versus Big Show and Test, which
Yeah.
on paper sounds
Not
terrible.
bad.
I'm not even gonna hold you. All of these guys, great wrestlers.
Like it's
Everybody besides Holly, a great person in their own right, but this sounds terrible on paper.
I know
Let me
you
tell you
ain't
something.
talking mess about the guy with the greatest dropkick in the business. I know that.
What? Let me tell you something though. It was pretty good. It was pretty good for a main event.
Yeah.
We
So
won't get to it later because right now we got Kevin Thorne.
I wrote because so at the time I didn't know her name. I wrote down Kevin Thorne and some sexy ass bitch. My next note
I'll
is
tell you what.
they fucking
Oh, because they do the kissing gimmick. They just be locking lips. They don't even be kissing. They just they be tongue fighting.
As Jerry
no,
Lawler would say, they were playing tonsil hockey. I can almost.
And now in the commentary, why is Joey Styles and Taz so confused on the Extreme Elimination Chamber concept? It's not that hard of a
I
concept.
think Joey Styles has ever heard of this before.
They are so confused about what does it mean? What does he mean by this? What the fuck you think he means? Joey? the fuck?
Sabu comes out, and during their entrance, they show one of Undertaker's druids, because, it's Halloween. Everybody's dressed up in their little spooky gimmicks.
Spooky.
Very spooky.
Yeah, this match, it's an Extreme Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It's, honestly, I don't know why, but these matches, okay, not all these matches, but this match and the main event, they weren't bad. These were actually really enjoyable. They weren't really that bad. These are good.
Well, Kevin Thorne wasn't necessarily a bad worker.
Sabu,
At that point.
95% of his offense was just springboard,
Yeah,
and that's it.
I was gonna
That's
say,
Sabu's gimmick.
I noted
Springboard
down.
elbow, springboard fucking leg drop, fucking the 3 bounce move is crazy.
The triple jump moonsault.
Yeah, the triple jump.
I
man was
literally
doing
noted down
stupid.
very big clash of styles because legit, it's you have Sabu on one hand, as you say, his entire offense is just jumping around, and then Kevin
chairs.
Thorne throws clotheslines and does submissions. It is
Right?
night
You
and day.
thought this was weird for Sabu. You should have seen what he was doing earlier. And
Now hold on. Are
you
you
should have seen what he was doing in
telling
the middle.
me, Bullet, that that Kevin Thorne favors the slow methodical pace?
That could be the case.
You telling me
Oh my
that? Is that what
God.
you telling me?
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I'm saying. That
Oh
is 100% it.
Jesus!
You should have seen what Sabu
Oh.
was doing in the middle of the year. You thought this matchup was weird. You should have been.
Oh,
You should have seen what he was doing
Jesus.
in the middle of the year.
But yes,
Yeah.
Sabu does win the Extreme Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup.
The way he wins
then
it
he's
is
diff-
very odd. He does a leg drop, and then goes into a camel clutch.
Yes, sir.
This-
Camel clutch and
So our next segment, we have some lady talking backstage about Cyber Sunday, and she starts talking to Sandman, starts asking him shit, and then a clown walks by, just a shoot clown. So
He
Sandman's
gets his
like,
ass whooped.
yeah, Sandman says, hold on a second, lady. So he walks over to the clown and is like, hey, you think you're funny, man? He legit just starts beating the shit out of this clown.
Now,
he beats up Bozo.
Sandman's gimmick at this time was, if I see something goofy, I'll whoop the fuck out of you.
Oh no! Sandman was more blunt than that. He said he pretty much was like, if I see anything that relates to sports entertainment, it's getting fucked. Like,
Did to the
Fuck
zombie,
sports
it's a
entertainment.
lot more good.
I mean, ECW was on Sci-Fi at this point, and they had their first episode, and they bring out a fucking zombie. Because we're on Sci-Fi.
That's awesome.
What a
So
way to
then
endear
there's
yourself to
zombie.
a network.
So yeah, after that, he goes back to the interviewer lady and continues to sexually harass her. Which is right on point into the next segment. We have a... they mentioned that later
what the
there will
fuck
be
kind of
a...
transition is that, dude?
They mentioned later that there will be a diva costume contest with ECW
Yeah.
divas.
Let me tell you something about this. Hey, this is probably the best part of the night. Let me tell you something about it. Best part of the night. And it's not because of what you think. It's because of what I know.
Yeah.
I got something that I know.
So after
Yeah,
this,
what
Next up,
they show commentary and chimpanzees behind them for some reason.
of
And
course.
so Taz
Yeah.
says he has a gift for Joey, and he reaches
Oh,
over.
this part is fucked.
He pulls a shoot noose out from somewhere. It says it might be a little
Dang.
tight.
Taz, like you said, brings a bag out. It's a fucking noose.
2006 was a different era.
Oh,
It's a
absolutely.
different. Hey, they were built different.
Oh, yeah.
The
This
wrestling
nigga's-
I
and
saw
then
in the
he's
video
laughing.
games, and
He's
now
laughing.
Taz.
He's laughing.
Yeah, Taz is a mean dude. He's evil.
Oh yeah.
So
Tough
yeah,
Kurt Angle, mean dude.
the next thing is fucking Davari comes out and he has Kali with him.
Yes.
Main event.
Daivari
Yeah,
just
because Khali was floating brands at this point. He wasn't really on the one. He kind of just floated.
yeah. So Daivari just speaks in Farsi. And the only thing I could make out from this is Khali, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and ECW. Everything else is as Joey Styles says, I don't speak Farsi. Taz, you barely speak English.
Fuck's the problem, Cole?
I love the fucking This is what Corey Graves and fucking Byron Saxton don't have. These guys genuinely have a really good dynamic. Yeah, they have a great dynamic of despising each other. Like Taz and fucking Joey Styles and Taz and Michael Cole, great commentary teams of two dudes that just barely coexist with each other. They make it work so fucking good. So yeah, Khali gets in the ring with Shannon Moore, who is Daivari's opponent, and this man, God, Khali he's a very tall man. Shannon Moore is barely up to his titties.
Yeah, well, Khali is like 7'2".
Yeah, I think at some point they
7'3".
build him at 7. Yeah, at some point they build him at 7'3" for like a year or two.
I honestly thought that when he debuted, they built him as 7'4" to put him up with Andre, but especially because he was working with Taker. But
Taker's built at like 7, right? Normally 7.
Taker's
7,
built.
1.
Taker was built at 7 when he started, and then they just said fuck kayfabe, and then they just said he was like 6'10", 6'9".
Yeah, that's true.
They literally brought him down a couple inches.
Yeah. So Khali's in the ring with Shannon Moore, but he's not the actual opponent. Daivari fucking sideswipes him, and we get into the match. This match sucked. It was just Daivari mostly beating up Shannon Moore. Someone on commentary said something about Saddam Hussein. I wrote down what the fuck, Taz, because Taz said something that I can't even remember. I wish I had written it down, but he said something so fucking dumb that I can't even...
2006, Cole.
Yeah. So, Daivari wins the match. Khali gets in the ring and just kills Moore. Shannon Moore... I don't know much about this guy, but from what little I've seen, he should have at least been like a mid-carder, honestly. You know?
He's Jeff Hardy's stoner friend. Eventually. I'm going to break it down and be real with you. I mean, when he went to TNA, he slightly became a big deal. He was in a tag team with a guy who was green as fuck. That was really the closest I got. I think he did win the tag titles in TNA, but I'm not sure. But no, he could have been a bigger deal. He was a Mattitude follower. I remember that. In 2003, he was the original Mattitude follower. But he could have been something, I guess, and unique look and whatever else. But I mean, fuck, it's 2006 and it's the Fed, so I mean,
yeah. So after this, they go backstage. RVD's being interviewed, and he's asked about what Paul said earlier.
Hold on now, son. So they cut to the back here, and this woman is so fucking. She is fucking orgasming over Rob Van Dam. She's so very, very all nice, and she's like, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, RVD." She's trying to get this dude in the bed tonight.
It probably works.
She's trying to get RVD's D. Really,
We're not done there. So she talks about the championship match coming up, and he's just like, "Oh man," and Rob's like, "Well, it's Halloween, it's trick or treat," and Paul pulled another trick off me. I said, "Damn." He said, "I'm in an extreme elimination chamber match." I don't even know what the fuck that is.
That is legit. That is my favorite line out of this entire show.
He says, "I don't even know what that is." But it sounds like I'd be pretty good at it, though.
Rob kept it 100. He's like, I don't know what this bullshit is. I don't know what it's gonna be. All I know is I'm probably gonna be good at
He
it.
says, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm walking in the challenger, but I will be walking out the champion. And then Hardcore Holly comes on screen and damn near kisses Rob.
Yeah, that's what true love looks like.
He gets in this man's face. He says, "You look these scars on my back."
Lips to lips.
That's what true love looks like.
He just 24-inch scars. He said, I've got 24 scars, 24 staples, 12-inch scar. What the fuck?
He's breathing in this nigga's nose about getting hurt.
If anyone remembers like the old try not to do this, like don't try this at home videos, you see Hardcore Holly, the scar that he is referring to is that spot.
24 staples, 12-inch scar.
Yeah, 12-inch scar.
He said you fucked up my back. And tonight, I've got your back.
This is
That's all I
possibly
wanted to chime in for. This is my bit right here.
that was probably my favorite segment of the night. Actually, never mind. The what follows next might be my favorite because we have, as they say, the first ever ECW Diva Halloween costume contest. And I feel like there probably wasn't very many after this.
Well, maybe I don't know that. I mean, WWE did plenty of bikini contests after this, but I don't know if ECW did very many after this.
Yeah, I mean, ECW didn't do much of anything a few years later, but you know.
That's
So the women in this,
give him 4 years.
Yeah, the women in this are Kelly, which the crowd was very hot for. There's Trinity and Ariel.
Wonder why.
Yeah. So during these entrances, I just want to point out because they were doing like all sorts of shots showing like people in the crowd, and one of these dudes is just straight up a fat dude dressed as the damn Tooth Fairy. Like they're just showing.
Oh, yeah.
If you showed up in a costume, you were getting shown on TV. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, it's 2006, baby. Go put the costumes over.
Yeah. So they start out in the ring. Everybody's dressed up in these black robes. If fucking Taz just can't wait. He's like, "What? Where's their costume? They're not dressed up. I can't. What's going on here?" And Joey Styles, obviously being the voice of reason, he's like, well, "That's probably under their fucking robes, dumbass." And obviously, as it starts, he's right. The first woman up is Trinity, and god damn, I can't even put into words how good this fucking costume is. I was looking very respectfully, by the way, and I'm still talking about it respectfully.
Doesn't leave much in the imagination.
Oh, absolutely. She takes the robe off. She is wearing a tube top of just a very thin caution tape.
Yeah.
And barely anything else. She was like wearing some panties and boots, and that's legit her entire outfit.
That wasn't the last time she rocked this look either.
Yeah, jumping back in here. She just had her shoot titties out on live television.
Basically,
I mean, they're on Sci-Fi. They can probably get away with it.
Yeah, it was Sci-Fi.
It was drop this robe and just titties in your face.
Legit titties. I knew WWE was raunchy at this time. I remember seeing the shit in the video games because I was too young to fucking watch on TV in 2007 and 2008. But like,
I was.
Jesus Christ, I didn't remember it being this fucking crazy. I didn't think ECW would be showing this shit on TV for free.
Oh, they had Kelly do more than that for free on TV.
Oh yeah, that's for true. So up next they have Ariel, and she takes her garb off. She has she's just a sexy vampire. That's legit the gimmick. That not only is that her costume, that is her fucking gimmick. she's showing a lot of cleavage. She's got like a corset thing on. That very infamous gif of her showing her bits and bobs is from this episode. And yeah, she like it, I think it's Todd Grissom is the announcer. Todd
Gresham, yeah, probably.
And he says, Ariel, it doesn't seem like you're wearing a costume. And she says, "This is not a costume."
The way of life.
Yeah, the crowd, I don't know why they were booing her. Like, this is great.
She's a heel born.
True vamp.
Supposed to get booed.
She's a true vamp. Yeah, she is a Cardi fan from day one. And so we have Kelly. There's no way to explain this. Her gimmick is she's a sexy CM Punk. She's dressed exactly as him, except more scantily clad, and she has like what's it called? The not paint on tattoos. Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Like the roll up sleeve.
Yeah, she has like the
tattoos.
sticker tattoos things on, and
Yeah.
And
you buy them at like your $2 shop or whatever, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, during this part, because they like to show shots of the crowd. Obviously, they like to show people big into this.
Oh yeah.
They show a little 6-year-old black boy cheering on Kelly.
Yeah. My man. I was 5, I think. Yeah, I was 5 and 06. Dude, this is my homeboy right here.
This kid, literally, fast forward 2 years. This is what I looked like in 2008. This kid that they showed, this was me. This little fucking boy.
I'm telling you, all these kids that started watching wrestling in like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
They missed out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So all these little fucking little boys who haven't even hit puberty yet, seeing Trinity show her titties off.
Hey, you got. Hey, in all fairness, I feel sorry for the parent who probably had to give their kid the talk about the birds and the bees that night because they thought they were going to go watch a pleasant wrestling show, and it's just fucking Trinity not leaving. Trinity looking like the best caution tape in the world.
Yeah. They let the crowd decide by cheering. Trinity goes first. She gets a huge fucking pop. Ariel next. They don't like her, even though she's sexy as fuck. And then Kelly also gets a big pop, but they give the Trinity, which, to be fair, she did get the loudest cheers, and for good reason.
They didn't kayfabe this one.
Yeah.
I want to chime in. Snoop fell asleep.
Oh, I know. I absolutely know.
Oh, we've noticed.
So yeah, Trinity wins. Everything's going great. She's celebrating, and all of a sudden, Mike Knox comes out of nowhere. Hops in the ring. The other two ladies leave, but Kelly sits in the corner, scared as hell. And,
so to kind of break this down, sorry, Bolin, for cutting you off.
No, you're fine.
To break this down for anyone who doesn't know, when Mike Knox first came into WWE, the first initial gimmick that he was given was, you are going to be this stripper's angry boyfriend. And that was his gimmick, was that he would run out when Kelly would be scantily clad, and would be upset. And at this point, Kelly was showing interest in CM Punk, who was not reciprocating. But Mike was still angry anyway. So yeah, that's why Mike comes running out and the other women run except for Kelly.
Yeah, that's basically the history lesson. So Mike Knox, it looks like a domestic situation is about to occur, but CM Punk thankfully saves us from watching abuse happen live on television. No, they get in a scuffle, and one of the weirdest things happens here. Mike Knox is on the ropes. CM Punk kicks him in the stomach, right? Mike Knox is a tall guy, but he's not like Khali tall or anything. But he kicks him in the stomach, and Knox does a full head over or heels overhead fucking go over the top ropes from getting kicked in the stomach.
Yeah.
Kudos for him for making it look all right, but like it's I don't know, it looks so fucking
It didn't
goofy.
look good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
Well, I mean, like Knox, solid worker back then, but
yeah.
Later in the year, he got buried big time
Yeah.
on live pay-per-view.
There's a lot of guys that were good workers that
Oh, there's a lot of guys who could say that.
yeah. So after this, I can't remember what happened, but I wrote monkey eating bananas, which sounds about right.
ECW had a bit of a knack at this time to run a segment for the sake of having a segment. Like ECW at this point was like 45 minutes to an hour
I don't
on
even think
sci-fi, and yet they were still struggling to fill the hour.
I don't even think this was a segment. I think someone in the crowd was just dressed as an ape, just eating bananas.
I don't know where the fuck they got the banana from, unless they got it from concession. But I mean, if they sell bananas in concession, that's pretty cool. But I mean, yeah.
So yeah.
It's a lot of something.
All right. Let's get into the main event of the show.
Yeah.
RVD.
How are we gonna do the fit segment?
Oh, we're not. We are simply not going to.
Oh,
Boo.
RVD comes out first.
Unless you find something.
I'll
Nah,
find
I'm not
something.
looking for nothing. RVD comes out. This man is already drenched in sweat. I don't know how. You were literally just backstage being interviewed. Just all you had to do was
He
stand and
wasn't
talk.
oh, come on. He wasn't just being interviewed.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's fair.
He probably passed a couple of blunts to Sabu in the back, probably too. So that just to add on to it.
Yeah. We get to Test entrance, and like it really stuck out to me because it had this really weird theme. This he's had 3 themes, I believe. One of them was the test, and this is his last theme. Unfortunately, he would pass away not too long after this. But this theme, I don't know what they were going for. It's something.
I'm pretty sure at this time, because Test had always been in the middle of the card as a big guy who can move, generally. And then Test left WWE briefly.
Yeah.
For I think it was about a couple of years or so, probably about 2 or 3 years. And then they bring him back for ECW. Like they brought back a lot of talent for ECW.
Yeah.
They were going to have this third brand, things like that. So they needed more talent. So hence why you see over the course of probably the next year or so, if you bother watching, a lot of new talent also come up from like the OVW system and so on. Punk came from that OVW system. But they wanted to bring Test back as this big badass. Like they wanted Test to be the baddest of the bad for a change.
Right.
So Test comes back incredibly jacked. Like suspiciously jacked.
Yeah.
For 2006. And they actually gave Test a pretty decent run on ECW. He was mowing guys over.
Mm.
Like they really wanted to get him over and get him over fast.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like they should have given him a title run, like WWE title.
Yeah.
They could have.
I hate to just chime in here and state the obvious, but I'm gonna state the obvious, and we could go so much more in depth than we are going to, but that would take a lot of time that we don't have right now.
Yeah, it would.
Test
We got a 3-hour time limit.
should have been. Test should have been a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
He is the man. Holy fuck, he's the man.
If you're a wrestler out there and you want to learn how to throw a big boot, watch Test. If you
Absolutely.
want to learn how to throw a running boot, watch Test. He throws it with intent.
To this day,
It's
Test
just-
is still the best.
It's
big boot out
incredibly
there.
tragic. He is quite literally, to me, one of the biggest what ifs in the world of wrestling. It's just, what if they gave Test a push? Because Test is the fucking man.
I don't even consider Test a what if. I consider Test a should have. Like,
Definitely a should have, yeah.
I consider Test a massive blunder. I mean, if he was ECW champion at this point instead of the Big Show, probably would have been a bit more over.
Yeah.
In all honesty. Because he looked like a legitimate badass. Not saying Big Show didn't, but Big Show was worn down at this point. You know, and you could tell he was worn down.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'll get into that.
But that's just all I chimed in for, is to just say simply, Test deserved a lot better than what he got.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much that.
Well, I mean, as Bullen said, Test would pass away later in the year. He had a brief appearance in TNA. Very brief. And then he passed away, I think, to substance issues and shit like that.
Yeah. But, yeah, so basically, Tez comes out. Really weird theme is basically the gist of what I brought it up for. But, yeah, this guy's looking crazy. And then, in juxtaposed to that, we have Big Show, who... Credit to this man, as Snoop mentioned earlier before he went to sleep, Big Show had a really good run with the ECW Championship.
He did.
Yeah. Despite it being very clear, this man does not want to be here. This is where Big Show's really balding. He's 500 pounds. Like, shoot 500. Like, this wasn't them kayfabing anymore. This is like, shoot 500 pounds. And he's even walking slow as hell to the ring. He's going like 2 miles per year at this point. He's like taking his steps very methodically.
Big Show had multiple nagging injuries at this point. Main injury, I think, was a knee issue or a back issue that he was carrying at this point. Which is kind of crazy to think about, because you look at the matches that he worked during this time, and it was continued violence every week.
Yeah.
Like, Big Show was not having an off night. It wasn't like this was probably the closest he ever got to an off night. Like, okay, you can relax tonight, kid. Like, this is the closest he got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't in good shape at this point.
That's for true. So
he had to leave for a pretty decent amount of time after this.
Yeah, thankfully. But Cyber Sunday, they mentioned while he's, taking forever to get to the ring. And they have a thing where people vote for which champion defends. And we have the choice of WWE Champion John Cena, World Heavyweight Champion Booker T, or ECW Champion Big Show.
And if anyone wants to imagine what that freeway would have looked like, it's exactly what you imagine. Especially in 2006.
I don't think it was a three-way. They just said you get to vote which champion.
Oh no, they worked a triple threat.
Oh, they did?
No, they worked a triple threat against each other. And
That's
the
great.
fans voted on what belt was put on the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
So, which one was on the line, by the way?
I think it ended up being the World Heavyweight title. Which ended up for grabs. With King Booker retaining due to help from Kevin Federer.
All right. That match sounds terrible, so I'll probably check it out eventually.
Oh, it's not fun.
So yeah, even before this match starts, you know how they do the thing where the people, the tag teams decide which one of them starts off first. Bob Holly decides that he's gonna be in first. RVD gets on the apron, and this entire arena fucking lights up with RVD chants. So they do the right thing. RVD tags in, and that's how they start the match up. And I can't even explain this match. It's not bad. This is actually a really watchable match. I'd even go as far as to say a good match. I just really expected worse out of this, knowing ECW and WWE in general around this time.
Reputation.
Yeah.
And I can get that, and you're right. The match is horrible. It's not criminal. It's not. It's your standard TV match with WWE. Like, if you're gonna see like two singles guys tag up against two singles guys on TV, this is what it looks like. Generally, what it was. But yeah, no, it's not a bad match at all, and they build to the Extreme Elimination Chamber throughout this, which we will cover.
Yeah, we'll cover that soon. So the match goes on. Near the end, Tez just absolutely obliterates the referee. So yeah, ref is down and out. Alabama Slam out of nowhere on Test. Big boot to Bobby Lashley. Okay, let me try that one more time.
Bob Holly, probably.
Yes.
Hey, you got to the end of the sentence. That's all that matters, champ.
That's all that matters. Bob Holly takes a nasty big boot. He's out. So it's RVD and Big Show in the ring. They eventually fight their way out. And I don't think they meant to do this, but there's a shot that shows half of this arena is fucking empty. The non-hard cam side, there is nobody there.
Yeah, they had the old WWE trick where they darken the lights a little bit, the house lights. They really highlight the crowd that's there. Just to remind you that everybody else in the building is fucking missing.
Yeah. I'll try to get a shot of it for the video for the pod when it goes up, but there's
you can
nobody.
pull up any show from 2017.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, that's true. So they're outside, and all of a sudden, the Gorilla Suit man from earlier that was behind commentary just absolutely domes RVD with a fucking pipe. And he just starts walking away, and starts spinning it like a badass. So Big Show gets RVD back in the ring, slams him, gets the pin because the referee finally gets back up to his feet. And they're celebrating, right? The Gorilla Suit man even gets in the ring. And he decides to slowly take his mask off. And it's none other than Paul E. Heyman himself.
Oh my god.
He played one more trick on RVD on Halloween.
Yup. Bob said, I'm not going to fall for any more tricks. So guess what? Monkey suit, done.
The best thing about it is Paul he starts getting jiggy with it too. Like, he takes liberties with this shit. So the ending shot is Paul Heyman in a gorilla suit next to Big Show and Test, and that's how ECW Halloween goes off the air. Dude, this show, it was great. It was great, honestly. I was expecting shit matches, and instead, I got some of the best segments I've ever seen in my life.
I was expecting a Kelly's expose, but I mean that could be for another week.
Yeah, we can do that some other time. But that was the October 31st episode, 2006 of ECW. And to close out,
sensation.
Yeah, to close out, we will be doing the Fit segment this time, thanks to our man Goosh, who provided Goosh. We gotta have that be the fucking. We gotta use that eventually. Okay.
I'll just send it to you, and you can just switch to that fucking video.
Yeah.
Just put it up on this episode.
Yeah.
Shout out CM Pulse.
So real quick, you're gonna see this. Wait for it. Now you see it right there. This is Ron Simmons.
Yeah.
Yes, Ron Simmons. Now just look at the drip on this man. He's happy to be here, right? He's happy he could be in. He fucking hates it, dude. This was the gimmick that they were supposed to do, where he was supposed to be the gladiator. And man, oh man, did he dodge a bullet here?
Yeah, I think the irony here, I saw like they re-released a little documentary thing on the APA, which is very good. And Ron talked about this gladiator gimmick and how he fucking hated this shit ass helmet.
Oh, he hated it. He looks like Mega Man.
He really does, yeah.
Funniest part about that is it's not even like the funniest part's not even what he's wearing, it's who he fucking came out with, because in the world of kayfabe, Sonny was the one who brought in Farouk, aka Ron Simmons, into the WWF. And so what we're looking at is Sonny decided, you know what? My man is gonna wear this. This is what he's gonna wear. And yeah, that's fucking phenomenal.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the podcast. We all hope you enjoyed.
I know y'all missed this.
Absolutely, we know y'all missed this.
We know you missed GMO.
Even the guy involved in the podcast is asleep. No, y'all missed this. No, y'all missed it.
But we're not done yet. We have one more episode ready for y'all on Halloween night. So stay tuned.
I'm watching football. My team got the Sunday night game, dude. You got something else.
We got something special for y'all playing on Halloween night, so stay tuned.
That's what you think. Yeah, coming soon. Jordan Mays rants about the pedigree from Seth Rollins.
Honestly, we would love to tell you what it is, but we ain't telling you.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna tell you.
It could possibly be a trick. It could possibly be a treat, but you'll find out.
Yeah, it could be a trick. Could be a treat. You'll get a notification.
Here's John. Here's John Morrison on the screen right there. Boom. What else? What else do we got? Boom. What else do we got?
We got Roblox SpongeBob. Oh shit, Roblox SpongeBob.
Shit.
He's flipping burgers. Oh shit. Actually, no, he's not flipping burgers because I don't want to do that.
Screaming goosh right there. Shit. Boom.
Goosh.